Hey, yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream, welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. How is it going? Alright, live a little bit later today. I had to go pick the car up. Clutch got fixed today, so had to take a trot up to the garage to grab the car. Got a video up earlier though. Quick plug, you know, gotta do it. Pin link in YouTube and on the Twitch chat as well, if you want to check that out. But yeah, we're gonna get live for a little bit. We're gonna play some PGR and then maybe try and get some ZZZ in as well. But the football's on at 8. United playing Barnsley. I think it's 8 o'clock anyway. So yeah, we'll stream up until then. Yeah, 8 o'clock kickoff. So we're gonna check that out. See if we're gonna get some squad rotation because we're playing Barnsley. Oh yeah, what's going on, Speaksy? Welcome to the stream. Cheese, how's it going? Guys? Yeah, got the wheels back. A lot cheaper than I thought it was gonna be as well, man. The initial quotes I got was looking at like 800 odd quid, but managed to get it fixed for 430. So, you know, almost half price really. So buzzing about that. Obviously not buzzing about having to spend 430 quid, but you know. It's better than spending 800, isn't it? Well, at least the whip's back anyway. Rose is going to catch a buzz back today, but last time, and then back to being taxi man again. Back to being a taxi man. Which I don't mind though. I can get back to the gym now. I ain't been able to go for like a week now. Well, I could have walked, but I'm too lazy, so. Just call a spade. I'm a lazy fuck. That's why we didn't walk to the gym. Hey, yo, guys, if you are watching on YouTube, though, be sure to drop a like on the stream. It's very much appreciated. It helps out a lot as well. Love your faces for doing that. And, how's everybody doing anyway, man? We're doing good. We're having a good day. How is things? That's reason for a beer. Well, maybe. I had a beer last night. So, well, you know, it might be reason for one as well. The football's on as well, you know. So, excuses. You know, excuses. I'll find them easily. So yeah, I do want to play some AFK Journey as well, but I think I might do that tomorrow. I'm not 100 yet. I don't know whether to do it as an evening stream, but at the same time, if we're going to get some evening streams out this week, I want it to be Deadlock, because I love the game and I haven't played it now for like 4 or 5 days. So yeah, we got to get back on it, boys. We got to get back on it because the game is too fire. I've been missing it, man. I need to scratch that itch. You know what I mean? I need to scratch that itch. Give me a second here. Are we going to check out a couple of the videos? And then we're going to get into it. Seems like, do you know what? Seems like quite a lot of you Valorant players have been hopping off Valorant to come and play Deadlock, which is interesting to see. Game is good though. Well, how's things anyway though, boys? We good? What's everyone been playing recently? What's your game? What you been spending time on? Pray do tell. I'll be interested to know. Is this something I should be having a little dabble in? Gonna be having a little dabble in some different games. Tell me. What's the go-to? What's your thing? Right, where are we? We get up our videos. Alive? What's alive? How is Man Lords at the minute? I've been getting like a few updates. Oh, you're alive. I was like, yo, what the fuck's that game? Hey, that's the main game though at the end of the day, innit? You know? That's the one you definitely, you know? There's no respawn, so it's a good one to be alive in. Do you like any indie games on Steam? There's a horror game based on an oil rig. Oh, I think I've seen that one actually. There's one game that I was kind of interested in. I saw on Twitter. I forgot what it was called though. It looked like they were doing kind of like a Resident Evil type thing, but it was like old school like graphics. It looked really cool actually. I can't remember what it was called though. I just saw it on my timeline as I was scrolling through the other day. Should have bookmarked it. So I hate that with Twitter now. Well, Twitter's been like that for a while. You know, you're just scrolling down. You'll literally, like, see a post, you'll go back to get it, and then the feed just refreshes. It's like, yeah, oh, that's gone forever then, I guess. Never gonna see that again. Might respawn as a roach. Indie horror for Halloween vibe. I don't know what we're gonna do around Halloween, to be fair. Hey, what's up, Jamie? How you doing, fella? You good? How's it hanging? Alright, let me let's pause this then. Should we get into some videos? Let's check some videos out, and then we're gonna get into it. Because, like I say, we haven't got the longest stream today because you know, you're gonna watch the footballer. Big Street to Play the Forest is an old indie movies co-op. You have a friend to join. I ain't played the Forest for ages, actually. To be fair, I'm like not playing those sort of games on my main channel now. I play them on Twitch, and on my second channel, but like really for the main part, it's like gacha stuff and anime kind of stuff on this channel now. Kind of the go-to, you know what I mean? Kind of the go-to. Alright, let's check out this video. 1.3 events, PS5 information as well about WuWa. I'll check out this video as well from Sticks. I want to check this video out from Saint Tontas. Actually, do you know what? First one we're going into. Let me just pause that.
Tower of Adversity.
Let me pause. Fuck you. Let me pause that. Alright, put that over there. Put that over there as well. Alright then. You get chat up. You get that up. Alright then. I'm good, dude. I'm good. Better now. I got the car sorted. I like an idiot though. It's quite sunny today, and I because I'm out today. I was like, you know, it's one of them days again. Sun's out, but it's brisk. You know, it's kind of cool. Yeah, it was the wrong thing to do. I wore my coat, walked to get the car. I was sweating my freaking tits off, man, because I got my coat on. So sun was blazing. Yeah, car sorted though, so buzzing about that. Get back to the gym tomorrow. PS5 Pro. Yeah, man, expensive. So I'll say about the PS5 Pro. Expensive. Alright then. Let's check out this video from Right Up Radio. I've never watched this channel before. Let's drop a preemptive sub, drop a like. The worst game mode in Wuthering Waves. Interesting. Let's see what they've got to say. What is the worst game mode in Wuthering Waves? I think I know which is... I don't know if it's the worst, but it's the one that I think could do so much better, and that's the Tower of Adversity. For me, it could be so much better, and hopefully it gets better, okay? We're still at the early start of the game. Let's get into the video and see what they've got to say.
It's an okay game mode. It's definitely...
Okay, let me start again. Give me something there.
Tower of Adversity.
Okay.
It's an okay game mode. It's definitely...
I agree. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if they're actually talking about the Tower of Adversity here. It's not well, it might be the worst in the game, I guess, really, but it's not bad. I don't think there's anything really in this game at the moment that I would, like, say is objectively, well, subjectively for me, bad. It's just things that are just, like, kind of, you know, kind of miss me with that. But
something that will improve over time as players gain access not only to more characters,
yeah,
but
definitely.
also to more resources to level up the
more
characters
robust
they
team
currently
helps
have.
with the Tower of Adversity.
The limited nature of early Tower of Adversity is definitely part of the charm for some people. Struggling against the odds with just a few powered-up characters is kind of fun, but whether you absolutely love Tower of Adversity or you just do it as a formality...
I think it's one of those things, it's just a formality. Now, I know a lot of things in gacha games end up being a formality, right? I need mats, I need credits, I need whatever, you know? But the Tower of Adversity just doesn't have that replayability for me. I really haven't bothered with it much in the last few patches, which sucks because I want some endgame that keeps bringing me back. TOA just really doesn't do it for me, to be fair.
I am almost positive that there are things about it that will annoy you. But first, this video is sponsored by Epic Game Store, and they're giving away free rewards for Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact is an open-world action RPG that begins in Teyvat, a vibrant world full of magic, mystery, and memorable characters. Version 5.0 just released with new quests.
We've still got to get into Natlan.
New 5-star
Still not played it.
characters,
We've got to get
Mulan
back on
H,
Genshin at some
and
point soon.
massive rewards. Once you complete Liyue's Archon quest, you can jump right into Natlan's Archon quest. And you'll want to do so, since the rewards include free pulls and even a free 5-star character.
She's kind of a
your
cool
choice.
Archon though.
And
She's a dope
we
character.
can't forget Genshin's anniversary is coming up too. But wait, there's more. Remember Epic Games Store? They distribute over 2,900 digital titles worldwide for PC, Mac, and Android. But did you know they offer free games every Thursday?
They do.
And it's not just a trial.
Obviously, sometimes some games better than others. Quite a few games. Sometimes it's like, yeah, not interested at all. Epic have definitely become the space in terms of the launchers in the launcher war, I guess, for gacha games, haven't they? You know, you can pretty much get majority of the major, like mainstream ones on there now.
Once you claim it, it's yours to keep forever. But perhaps best of all is their Epic Rewards program. It gives you 5% back on eligible purchases, including in-game transactions, and you can use those rewards to get a discount on future purchases. If that wasn't enough, use the code EPICGENSHIN2024 to get all these free items in Genshin Impact. Download the link in the description below to get Genshin Impact from Epic Games Store and claim those rewards. So, first of all, what is Tower of Adversity for any potential new players out there? Well, it's a game mode that has several fights over 3 different towers, and every time you use a character in any stage of the tower, it will deplete some of their vigor. Now,
as well, for me in the tower as well, it obviously depends on how you're playing it. But like, if you're trying to play a little bit lazy as well, man, Verena gets worked into the ground. Now, I get it, some people are like, oh, you don't need to use Verena. I know that. But I'm just saying, you know, it will be nice to, in regards to like that healer department, to have a little bit more variety in the game. Hopefully soon, Shorekeeper's going to add to that, and hopefully we get some more of that as well. But anyway, I digress. Terra Fantasy, man, it definitely needs some work.
Character starts off with 10 vigor, and every stage costs a different amount of vigor to participate in. This means you could use the exact same team to go all the way through Resonant Tower or all the way through Echoing Tower because their totals add up to 10 vigor, but you might be putting yourself at a disadvantage then. After all, the first few stages of Resonant Tower and Echoing Tower are much easier than—
You want to be using the B or the C team, don't you, for the earlier stages? One thing I do like about the Tower of Adversity is it encourages you to play more teams, encourages you to build out the rest of your squad, because with these games, you know, you can end up hyper-focusing on just a few characters, can't you? Because they get you through all the content. And because it becomes such a time sink, a material sink in regards to leveling up your characters, you're like, well, I'm just going to concentrate on the main ones. And then a new main one comes out and you're like, right, time to build those up. But at least one thing I will say that I like about the Tower is it makes you think, right, I really need to build up the secondary and tertiary characters now to build out the roster to make things a little bit more easy for yourself.
Later ones, so you probably want your absolute strongest characters for those. Meanwhile, Hazard Tower in the center has 2 difficult boss challenges usually, and those cost 5 vigor each, so you'll definitely want to save your strongest characters for that too.
Yep.
This game mode forces you to get creative with characters you might normally never touch, so you can probably see why
everybody hates on him. I know there are some mains out there. That's the one character from the initial roster, the original roster, that I didn't actually pull. Now Zhej is another character that I don't have. But yeah, he's the only one out of the original roster that I didn't get, and I am more than okay with that.
I said it'll get better as the months go on and we get more characters and more resources to use more characters.
Definitely, yeah.
That sounds all well and good, but this place is so annoying. And not even because you can only use limited characters. That part's fine. No, the annoying things start from the moment you arrive there. This door. I hate this door so much. Every time you exit Tower of Adversity, and you will, you are kicked right out of the tower. Then—
Yeah, I agree with that actually. It would be nice to have some sort of kind of like sub lobby for the whole thing that you just like, you're staying there, you know? Again, I would like to see the whole thing built out entirely, so we keep what we've got now and work on top of that, but there's some extra things to the tower. I'd like to see like a kind of like rogue-like thing where there's just like you keep going and going and going. You can have stages where you get to and then you can bounce out so you can load back in later, you know, if you've got real life things to do or you've just played the game for too many hours. But have something that like keeps going and going until you fail. I'd like to see something like that as well. And obviously, smarter brains will prevail on ideas that are good for it as well. But yeah, I think there's so much more to be done within the tower that's different, that adds a variety to the game, and that adds a lot of replayability as well, and more difficult content also, and stuff that doesn't necessarily revolve around a roster, that you can be like hyper focused on specific teams, and it might not be necessarily that it's based on figure, so you got to build a teammate, but like you need to build a team that's specific to a certain attribute because that tower's specifically designed in that way to benefit like whatever fusion, spectral, whatever it might be, kind of thing. You know what I mean? I'd like something like that as well.
And when you go back in, you have to watch the protective force field disappear and the door slowly open all over again.
Small thing, but it's
Maybe
annoying.
you're having a tough time on the stage and you think, man, this isn't going anywhere. I should leave. And you press pause and you see your options are either to continue or to leave. And you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna leave, of course. And then the game not only puts you outside the door, it puts you all the way down at the bottom of the stairs, so you have to run back up the stairs to the tower, you have to click on the tower,
It's true.
you have to watch that force field go away, and then you have to watch the door slide up slowly.
Quality of life thing that I'd definitely like to see change. I'm sure it will.
You finally get back into
Kuro
your
on
stage,
top of that stuff.
and you got slapped in the face by Scar immediately, and you're like, okay, well, this run is already doomed, I better restart. So you hit restart, you go through the loading screen again, and then there's problem number 2.
Because as well, actually, I don't know with the PlayStation 5, because the new SSD is quite quick, isn't it? I should imagine, you know, obviously if you're on not the best SSD, or God forbid, you're on a hard drive, this is going to be even more of a pain in the ass, isn't it? You know what I mean? Because like, it's like games like Starfield, annoying ass game when at the loading screens, but I'm on a 4090, a 13900K, I've got a nice SSD. So those loading screens, although frustrating, are quick. You know, when you're on slower hardware, those loading screens become even worse, don't they? So it compounds on itself.
The environment report. This is the banner that flashes up on the screen every time you enter a stage. It tells you what the area effect is, what resonators are good to use in that area, and if there are any other special things going on. And that's great to know.
So like, I do like this in the tower, but this is what I was talking about. Something like this that's specific for that week or that rotation of the patch, whatever it might be, for like this unending tower where it's specifically designed for that. So you go in with a set team, you can build a set team around that week and be like, right, this is, we're gonna go for as many levels as we can here. And for me personally, I think that'd be a really cool thing to get into the game. We've kind of already got it in regards to like the actual affix in the tower, but it's just not the same, is it really? Because obviously the vigor system, you can't always have that specific team in the right spots because you're kind of working with the vigor system as well. Depending on who you've got, it depends on who you've got built up as well, I suppose, in your team also.
But 1, does it have to be a banner that I have to click on? And 2, does it need to appear every single time I reload a stage?
True.
If I was just in
It could easily just pop up in the corner, couldn't you? You know, a little overlay above the timer here. That'd be a perfect place to put it, you know. The buff here or the best whatever, you know, it rather than having a banner pop up. I agree with that as well.
The stage, I know what the thing is. I was just there. If I'm restarting the stage for the 40th time because I'm really bad at fighting Scar, I don't need to see the banner. But every time I retry, I need to click on it, and it sucks. Then I have to run over to the starting point. Why? Why must I do that? In Punishing Grey Raven, when I restart a stage, it just puts me right back into the action right away. I mean, I know it's a different kind of game, but in a game mode like this, it's basically just PGR.
It's exactly, I was going to say, it's a different kind of game, but this mode is incredibly, you know, it's very comparable to PGR, the way that the instances work for a lot of the combat. So, yeah, I think it's fair. These are things that I do think will genuinely change in the future, because Kuro are very good when it comes to quality of life changes. And I think all of these things she's mentioning here are definitely small little quality of life changes that don't seem like big deals. A lot of people look and go, stop moaning about that. But they're little things that just working on them will just be a massive improvement straight away.
Let's be real.
I just don't think there's any argument about that.
Let's say I finally start the challenge, but I'm having a bad
Ooh,
time.
Final Fantasy IX
the boss
music.
is strong, I get absolutely demolished, and before I know it, here's the challenge failed screen. Here, I have what initially looks like 2 options, but is technically 3. We've got leave, we've got challenge again, and of course challenge again is just a retry. Leave will put you all the way back outside down the stairs and force you to run into the building again. And that's after a long loading screen, by the way. Whenever you leave the tower, the game has to reload all the open world again, and it takes forever. And that's on
That's why it'd be better just kicking you back to the tower selection screen, wouldn't it, really? It's weird that it doesn't do that. That is kind of like a poor quality of life design in the game, that is really.
Top of putting you all the way down the stairs.
For something they're going
Anyway,
to be
we don't want to leave.
having you spend a bit of time doing, aren't they?
This floor. But the current team just isn't working. I'm gonna need to try someone else. But if I press challenge again, it just restarts the stage for me. Well, here's the thing. There is this nice little toggle, adjust the lineup over here. And if you toggle it and press challenge again, it will take you to your team screen. Okay, that's pretty cool. Don't understand why that couldn't have been a third button, but okay. Here's the more confusing thing. I'm pretty sure as of right now, 1.1, on controller, you can't get to that adjust the lineup toggle in any way. You just can't. So whenever I want to adjust the lineup...
Is that true, my controller brothers out there? Is that true? Holy cow, dude. Hey, I don't know using pads anyway, if I'm honest, personally, but you know, that's just me. Nah, I'm only joking, but yeah, dude, what the hell? That can't be right, can he? I'm not calling her out at all here, but that is just so wild. Like, what the hell?
I have to grab my mouse and toggle it and then press challenge again.
Damn, dude. Oh, okay.
But what if I was...
It's been fixed. It's been fixed. Okay, I'm tripping there. The fact that I had to wait till 1.2 to do that as well is kind of like... But hey, Kuro, give them credit. They're quick to these sort of things, you know, when they see issues. Maybe it's something that they didn't realize was a problem, I guess, maybe, but still, kind of crazy that.
I was just really sick of this stage because I had tried it for so long. And at this point, I just want to go back and try a different stage for a while. Well, luckily, from that adjust the lineup screen, by pressing back,
hey, what's up,
it
Chase?
will actually take you back to the screen where you choose which stage you want to do. But that's another awful thing. If you want to go back to the stage selection, pausing the game to restart or leave will not prompt you to adjust the lineup. This sucks so bad.
Yeah.
Because only dying will let you do that, and it shouldn't be that way. What if you enter a stage by accident with the wrong team and you just want to go back and change your team? Well, you have to press leave to get out, and then when you press leave, it puts you all the way back at the bottom of the stairs. After that...
Again, these are all fair critiques, in my opinion. You know, they're very... Individually, you're like, that's a very minimal thing. It's very small. But again, these are the sort of things that when you start putting them together, they start to become frustrating. And in a mode like the tower, where you're going to spend... Well, most people are going to spend plenty of time dying and coming out and maybe changing the roster and backing out and then being like, damn, I'm back at the stairs again and hopping back in. Those sort of things will get to the point where you're like, you know what? I'm just going to not do that today. It's kind of frustrating. And they're just little things that can make people stop playing the game for a day. And then that one day can turn into a couple of days for some people. And then a couple of days can turn into a couple of weeks. And then, you know, it can happen like that. We've all been there with games where we don't really get the reason why we stopped playing. We just stop one day and then we're meant to go back and it can turn into a few weeks. And then next thing you know, a new game's come along and you're not interested in that game anymore. And I think this is a thing in regards to retention. Little things like this are definitely important for them to change.
Long loading screen, of course. More times than I can count, I've accidentally left the entire tower when all I wanted to do was change my team or leave the stage or something. And it's just so infuriating. It makes me not want to try. I don't have the patience. And truly, to all the people who do have the patience, I respect you so much. Not me, though. Inefficiency drives me nuts.
I agree, I'm the same.
There are more weird choices.
I'm the same. I'm quite impatient, full stop. But you start adding just a couple of little barriers in regards, especially when you're doing something that's frustrating as well. Like, add the fact that I'm quite impatient and then give me, like, something that's frustrating, which I'm fine with frustrating gameplay because, you know, I want to beat it. I want to, you know, I want to adapt and get better. But then when you add in some, like, menu inefficiencies into that, it's that I'm at that point when I'm like, yeah, no, done for today. Going and playing something else, and I'm just getting off entirely. I agree with that massively.
In Tower, though, you can earn up to 3 Doritos anytime you clear a fight in Tower of Adversity. You get 1 as long as you can beat the fight. You'll get 2 if you can beat it with at least 120 seconds left on the clock. And you'll get 3 if you can beat it while having at least 180 seconds left on the clock. That's all well and good. But then when you start a stage, you'll notice something. The clock is measured in minutes and seconds, not just seconds. So maybe you're bad at maths.
You know what? I gotta agree with this one as well. Like, it's not so much I'm bad at math, but the amount of times I'm like, dude, how close am I at? Did I do that? Did I do that? You know what I mean? So yeah, I agree with this as well.
Or maybe you just didn't think about it real hard. But there's a very good chance this is
smooth brain moments, but you know,
each
hey,
floor of Tower of
make the games for smooth brains too.
5 minutes to complete it. Ideally, you need to beat every single fight in 180 seconds or less. 180 seconds is 2 minutes. So why did it not just say 2 minutes? In other words, this means that you need to beat every fight before the timer goes under 3 minutes. So that's just needlessly confusing for no reason. This is more of just a nitpick, but I think it would be really nice if there was some kind of noise cue or something that would trigger if you hit one of those times. So if it hits 3 minutes, the game lets you know.
You could even just have like a little kind of how it is in Zen list, but have it in the middle, like that just pops up a little bit above or below the timer. Yeah, kind of how you've got in the elusive realm, you know, like a little like ABS kind of thing, like, you know, to let you know that, oh, you've dropped out the S, so you know you've not got all three kind of thing, and then A and then B, and he's like, right, you know, you know you're not doing very well at all then. Maybe, potentially, what do you think?
That you've missed out on your 3 Doritos. I also kind of wonder if 5 minutes is a good time limit as well. The game wants you to clear every fight in 2 minutes or less. You'll still get 2 Doritos if you can clear a fight in 3 minutes or less. That means there's another 2 minutes just dedicated to wasting your time as you don't pay attention to how much time has passed on the clock. Frankly, beating up something for over 4 minutes just to get 1 Dorito is not fun. I mean, I guess it's something for new players who don't have very strong teams, but man, how demoralizing. Maybe you guys like that though, I don't know. Do let me know in the comments if—
I don't know, with that one, it's hard to say. Like, I think that's just a totally subjective thing. Well, obviously all of this is subjective anyway. Some people might like the things that I'm disliking. Yeah, I don't know, with that one, I guess it is good for, like, when you first go in, you know you're maybe not capable of getting these. Your team's just not at that point, but you can at least come through and get one of them. But at the same time, it is kind of like extra time that's not really, well, it's not efficient, is it? You're spending quite a lot of time just to get very little out of it. So, yeah, I'm on the fence with that one.
If you enjoy this 5-minute time limit, though. Of course, the easiest fix for these confusing times is to show every single time in the same format. If you're going to use seconds on the challenge goals, use seconds in the game. Though it's probably easier if you just use minutes.
Yeah,
have one say, clear the challenge with at least 2 minutes left, and the other one say, clear the challenge with at least 3 minutes left. Easy. So
yeah, she's cooking in this video. I gotta agree, she's cooking in this video for the most part. Well, pretty much everything I think she's cooking with.
Sorted. The horrible menus and the really excessive amount of things you need to click on to do anything really hurts my enjoyment of this game mode. I would love to just keep throwing myself at it, but I can't deal with this.
Do you know what? I'm starting to think subconsciously now, all the things she's talking about, are these like, one, I don't have that much enjoyment out of the Tower of Adversity anyway. I think it's an okay mode. It's there. But it feels like it's one of the, well, it is kind of along with the Elusive Realm, I guess, and I guess holograms is like part of the end game content. But it doesn't feel like end game content in that sense to me. It's just kind of there as a little thing to do. But again, the last few patches, I haven't really bothered with it, and partially it's because of what I've just said. But now I'm starting to think, all the things she's mentioning here, all these little things that just compounded onto the mid mode that I think it is, and then adding all these things onto it, just made me not be like, yeah, I ain't interested in that mode at all. Because I've read, I can't remember the last time I actually dabbled in the Tower of Adversity. It might have been in the last couple of weeks, actually, but I've just, like, jumped in, cleared a couple of stages, and been like, yeah, I'm kind of over this, like, you know what I mean?
So instead, my tower score looks like this. Even when I want to stay in the exact same stage with the exact same team, and I am determined to keep fighting something, every time I restart, I have to load into the exact same zone again. I have to deal with the environment report coming up. I have to click through that. I have to walk up to the start challenge thing. And inevitably, I'm going to have to retry it, either because I got sniped by the boss early, or because there just wasn't enough time left. So I either die—
This is where I say, like, I think it'd be cool just to build out the tower, having a little separate mode that literally is a tower mode. It does what it says on the tin. It's like, you know, a 1 life mode. You die, it's over. You go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you know what I mean? And maybe at like stage 5, stage 10, stage 15, you can be like, right, this is like a save point kind of bit, and you can step out kind of thing, and you know, you can leave it there and hop out and go back in from that stage up if you wanted to keep going higher kind of thing. But then when you die, it's over and you have to start again. I'd like something like that as well, as just like a little extra challenge mode as well within that space. But I think as it stands at the moment, it's not enticing enough for me.
Or I restart and load in again, and I click on the challenge thing again. But here's the thing. If something goes wrong immediately and I want to restart, bringing up the pause menu on controller will immediately hover me over the restart button. That seems smart, right? I mean, that's always the one I want to go for. But if I die on controller, it immediately hovers over the leave button. The amount of times I have accidentally pressed leave instead of challenge again, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about how many times I've seen that stupid stairs and I had to open the stupid door. And why? Because pausing it to restart makes you hovered over the right option, and dying makes you hovered over.
This is just a small little change that could probably be fixed that they might not even know about, so reports of this sort of stuff would be great from the player base. Obviously, it's not being on pad, not really noticed that, but yeah, good point as well, that is.
The leave option.
Because you can find yourself, when you're in a frustration, you're spamming just to get back, aren't you? And
I have to go across and press challenge again. This is so confusing and unnecessary. It's like the game is encouraging you to have a certain muscle memory and then betraying you and kicking you out and making you go through that loading screen again. At least if you're playing on mouse and keyboard, the challenge again and retry are always in roughly the same place, so you at least know what side you're putting your mouse. And again, this is a really easy fix for controller players. Just make it hover over challenge again by default. Leaving should be the last resort if it's going to kick you all the way back out. Also, adjust the lineup being a toggle is really silly. Just make it a third button. And you know what? While you're at it, put another option in either the pause menu or the challenge.
It's kind of sort of easy in that regard, but yeah, definitely. It's no reason why it shouldn't be. I guess it's kind of like that to stop you accidentally. But then if it's like kind of defaulting you to leave accidentally because it's made like that for pad, that's an extra thing that's like, why? It's just like, that doesn't make sense.
Failed menu or both that lets you return back to the stage selection. You shouldn't have to.
That'd be perfect as well for pad, wouldn't it, really? Because you could literally use your D-pad, I guess, to go over it to each one then really quickly.
Go to adjust the lineup when you die only, and then go back from there to get back to the stage select. Because otherwise the only way is exiting the tower and re-entering, which seems like the more obvious way to do it. Yet you have to jump through all these hoops to do basic things. You can probably tell that trying to do tower recently has driven me mad. I've spent a lot of time.
I definitely think somebody's definitely been getting clapped in the tower. That's fair to say. But hey, look, I agree with everything she said pretty much. You know, the only thing that I guess I'm on the fence, but it's not that I disagree with, is just that like last couple of minutes in regards to the one star, the one Dorito, the one triangle, whatever you want to call it. You know, it does feel like it's kind of a waste, but at the same time, I guess for people who are just trying getting to that point of at least getting the clear, it's a good thing. But yeah, I think there's lots of improvements to be made with the tower. I think it is a very mid mode, if I'm honest. Now, I think the Elusive Realm has been getting improvements after improvements, and it seems like that's where they're really focusing their attention at the moment, which is good because it's getting better. And again, I feel like it's the closest thing to something I'd like to see in the game in regards to like dungeons and raids and that sort of stuff. But yeah, I feel like the tower needs some love now. I think it's time. I think it's time.
Ignoring Tower of Adversity. Screw the rewards, because I just can't take how annoying it is. This is the worst game mode in Wuthering Waves by a long shot, and it's not even because the content of the game mode itself is bad. It's because of all of this. It's so unintuitive. It's so awkward. It's so repetitive in the stuff it makes you do.
Yeah.
I just want to...
I'd argue as well that personally, I think the mode's kind of mid in the gameplay sense of things as well. I just don't think it's anything... It's just all right. It's kind of just there, isn't it? And then add on all this all extra stuff as well. Yeah.
Get into the fight and hit things. But the game wants me to spend so much time clicking through menus and accidentally leaving. Lads, I am not okay. Tower of Adversity made me a worse person, and I need Kuro Games to fix it so I can stop complaining about it. Please share with me if you have also felt the frustrations of Tower, because I need to know I'm not alone. Depths of Elusive Realm is still the best game mode in Wuthering Waves, and it's not even close.
Agreed.
Anyway, please subscribe.
You know what? This is a really good video. Agreed. Depths of Elusive Realm clears majority of the stuff, at least in terms of like events and, you know, that end game sort of content, that extra story outside of the story type content. You know, that's not part of the main story, the main questing, so to speak. I think it's the best event. It's weird as well, because as I say, it feels like the tower's not getting the love it deserves in regards to like fleshing it out, giving it a little bit more. And it's like the fact that it's actually a physical location in the game, which I know the Elusive Realm is, but it's a little bit different, isn't it? That it feels like it should be getting more love. I feel like it almost feels like it should be this academy that just does different things as well. It's not just about rosters and times, and it should have something else different that like encourages people to adapt in their play styles. And I get it. I guess it does in a way in regards to making you use more of your roster of resonators. But I mean, in terms of just like it being a little bit different, in encouraging you to use skill expression in different ways, rather than just being like, right, I need to use a different team for this because I've ran out of vigor and I've got to get level up characters and I've got to spend time on this particular character just so I can use it in the Tower of Adversity. Which for me, just by I don't like it when I've got to level up a character just for the sake of throwing into this thing because I need them, rather than I need to level up this character because they're going to be useful because they're actually bringing something to the squad beyond that. Well, this is probably the tertiary character for me, and I need the I need the vigor spread look kind of thing. Yeah, I think the mode could be a lot better. I think it definitely needs improvements. At the moment, it's kind of just there. I guess I get it. We're still kind of in that launch space of the game. How far are we into the game now? Somebody said 5 months the other day, and I was like, is it really 5 months? That's insane. So yeah, I definitely think we should be seeing some improvements on the game soon. And I'd like to see some more endgame modes, if I'm honest. But I definitely do agree. Depths of Elusive Realm clears the tower. It actually makes me want to do it. I always complete it, and it's just much more enjoyable. It's just got a lot more to it, hasn't it? It feels a lot more fleshed out, and each time feels different as well, and there's more variety in your runs and stuff, where with the tower, it's the same thing, and it's mid. It's kind of mid. You know what? Really good video. That was Right Up Radio. I'm definitely going to have to check out more of her videos, actually. You should go show some love, guys. And yeah, man, I think she cooked in this video, and I pretty much agree with 99% of what she's saying, and I'd like to see all the changes implemented as well. And I don't even play on a pad, and I agree. Great video. That's in Gacha in general. What your time thing? Yeah, like I'm okay with it in certain ways, but it feels like it becomes like the de facto. Well, it's a DPS check, isn't it? Really, you know what I mean? In a sense of like, you need to put out this much DPS in this set amount of time, which I'm okay with that, and I want those sort of modes there that kind of like make you, you know, you've got to get it done in a set time. But I also want something else to it as well. I think that's one reason what's kind of nice about the Elusive Realm, that it's a little bit more free-flowing in that regard. And I want to see more stuff like that, where the difficulty is not so much like, oh, you've only got a set amount of time to do this. It's more about, it's an enjoyable like trek through that particular mode with some spike in difficulty in certain areas, and you can go up the levels to really add the difficulty. I'd like to see some modes where the combat's just engaging, difficult, and fun, and then like, let me add all those things on, you know, like you can have set things where you got like your debuffs, so you kind of having the Elusive Realm and stuff, and then, you know, there's buffs, and like, right, I can add a timer on, I can make the timer even more strict, and I can take the timer away totally, and I just think like, give me that control over some mode, like give me a mode that feels like I've got a lot of control over it. I'd like to see something like that as well. But yeah, it was a great video, that was a great video. What you guys think? We're getting the Persona gacha game's going global, isn't it? I was going to play AFK Journey as well today, but I thought, no, I'll play it tomorrow. Should we watch this? Oh, not that one. Literally just watch that video. Male character situation is sad.
Wuthering Waves.
Let me pause that. And check this video out from Saint Tontas. Again, dude makes great content. Really always, well, most of the time. Well, always, actually. I don't think I've watched a video that I haven't really enjoyed. And I just find actually really informative as well. The male character situation is sad. Saint Tontas growing as well. I like to see it. Let's check out what he's got to say.
Wuthering Waves is a game that seems to be doing everything right. Constant communication from the developer.
I won't go that far. They're doing majority of things right, but let's not get it twisted. They're not doing everything right.
Amazing quality of life updates and absurd marketing and promotional materials for.
One thing I will say, weakest part of Kuro is the marketing. Now, I'm not going to deny they are getting much, much better. The 1.3 information that we've got, the drip marketing, the characters, they are doing a lot better in that regard. We're getting a live stream on Friday as well. All amazing. But I definitely do think this is still Kuro's weakest point in the company, like in general.
Their most highly anticipated releases. There is no doubt at all that the hype for versions 1.3 and 1.4 are at some of their highest levels yet. And
yeah,
with
it's
the recently
true.
released teasers and just announced live stream on the Black Shores update, it's clear that
I said this the other day. I think this live stream is going to be massive because Hoyo do this really well. Now, I know Hoyo reach out to more people, but I think the live stream format is really good because not only is it like showing off this content, which you can do on Twitch, which you can do on, which you can do on Twitter, which you can do on a YouTube video, which you can do on posts on Twitter, whatever, you know, little trailers. But a live stream, it kind of brings everyone together in a sense. I know a lot of people are watching after the fact, but there's that community aspect of people being there and the discussion goes on in the chat and everybody's vibing off everybody, and it's that kind of I was there moment a little bit. And I think that just resonates a lot more within the community, and it builds much more hype than just a Twitter post or a video on YouTube. I think it does what they do and much more, and I'm glad that we're going back to the live streams, and hopefully we start to see these become more of a regular occurrence. I wonder if it's now that they've just got a little bit more time to do it, or they feel that the content now, they're in a space where they can do that. I don't know. Or they've just left it long enough after the embarrassment, which was the very first live stream. They're like, you know, if we leave it long enough, nobody will remember that. Maybe that's what it is as well.
Kuro's making some big moves following the filler patch that was version 1.2. There's a lot to look forward to from the release of Shorekeeper all the way to Camellia, along with all of those unique and new 4-star
back-to-back banger banners. Let's go.
Our characters in between. However, there's one topic that's been gaining more and more traction across the community, and that's the number, or well, lack of number of playable male characters in this game. With male-focused games like Love in Deep Space garnering tens of millions of dollars in sales in recent months,
is that the deal with Love in Deep Space? It's kind of mainly male characters. Hey, there's a niche within the space. You know what? It's obviously worked for them.
It's clear that the market is there. Unfortunately, the males in Wuthering Waves are not. When you compare this to the number of female releases, you can easily see the disparity. Gender ratios have to be one of the most sensitive areas of discussion across any gacha player base. There are some games that got bullied by their...
I don't know if they're necessarily that sensitive. Like, I think it's plain and clear for the most part, female banners just do better, don't they? Now, I'm not saying there isn't male banners that will kill it. I think we saw that with the Jian and Yinlin banner, didn't we? That we saw that Yinlin did a lot better. Now, maybe people just didn't really get how good Jian was. Potentially, I've seen a lot of people post the Jian banner of like, I wish I pulled on Jian. He's a great character. He's definitely Unga Bunga, but I think he's a great character to have to your account. I think when it comes to the male characters, because at the end of the day, majority of the audience, anecdotally, I'm going off here, is male, you know. Is young dudes between the ages of probably, when it comes to gacha games, you're probably talking like most of the audience is probably adults, 18 to like 35s, mid-30s, people who've got money to spend on the games as well. So I definitely do think, you know, you've got to look at the female roster and make sure that it's strong. But I do think, yeah, I do think we could do with, again, really looking forward to Scar. Out of my 3 most hyped characters is in there. So I'm here for the male characters as well. Don't get me wrong, I'm all about the waifus, but I'm here for some Giga Chads.
Their player bases to the point of removing male characters from their development roadmap or completely from the game altogether. When players vote with their wallets and you've cultivated a player base that acts irrationally, that can lead to some disastrous results,
smash,
as we saw with Honkai Impact 3rd. Kuro Games, fortunately enough, is a developer that we know actively listens to player feedback,
true, yeah.
And when they do, they implement reasonable systems that make the game better as a whole. whole. Unfortunately though, the road to more playable male characters is filled with obstacles ranging from development and story roadmaps all the way to the actual doxing of players and developers. It's a situation.
Okay, people who do that stuff are just crazy mental cases. I think you've also not just got to take into the story and all that sort of, you've got to look at the revenue as well, you know, development time cost, ROI, and you know, I guess we'll see with other male characters that come on the banners and how well they do, and that'll be the thing that dictates whether or not we get more male characters. Really, at the end of the day, I think if we want more male characters, people have got to be making sure they're pulling on those banners, otherwise we won't get them.
Situation that'll take a bit of time to fix. Today we'll be diving into why this is the case, breaking down how Wuthering Waves' roster has developed into 1.4, why we shouldn't expect too many male characters for at least the next few versions, and how some obstacles created by the most deranged part of the player base might have contributed to this overall situation. As always, if you're enjoying this content, please hit that like and subscribe button. With drip marketing until version 1.4 officially confirmed, we know that Shorekeeper, Yoo-Hoo, Camellia, and Lumi will be joining the cast. When you factor in every single new character added to the game since 1.0, that brings up the grand total when it comes to genders at 7 females and 1 male. That one male character was also completely free. That's quite a difference. When you also realize that we're still in the middle of version 1.2 and these are the confirmed characters for the next few months, there isn't a particularly huge amount to look forward to if a gender plays a role in your pulling decision. It could be easy to say that Kuro simply doesn't care about female players or those who want to play men.
I was going to say, I don't think... Well, I don't know, maybe I'm in the minority here. I don't think you necessarily have to be a girl to want male characters. I don't, for me, anyway, at least I know I'm talking about my own experience here. But if a character looks cool, I want the character. Now, don't get me wrong, there's that separate factor, especially in these sort of games, waifu games at the end of the day, of being a male and being straight, that there's that, the attraction meta, isn't that, you know, of like this character looks freaking sexy as fuck, I want to pull it, look at the titties, you know, there's no denying that's there. But at the same time, like, two of the characters that I wanted to make sure I got at the start of this game was Gian and Calchero, because they looked cool as fuck. You got Dollar Store Sephiroth, and you got this green-haired dude who fucking calls out dragons. It's like, that's badass. That is badass. I think it's all about, like, you know, what the characters are like as well. Again, Scar, awesome character. Then the other male characters in the game, you know. But one thing I will say about the male characters in this game, at least they're like men. You know, they're not like these really, like, fruity, twinky kind of characters that you get in the other games, like Genshin specifically. No, I'm not saying there isn't, like, more masculine type characters, but a lot of the characters are kind of like, you know, not really for me, or... I guess it is what it is. I suppose they're going to go off their audience and what they're expecting to earn, and that's going to play a massive factor into it as well, at the end of the day. I guess we'll see with the Scar banner. I think the Scar banner might not be the best metric to go off, though, because I feel like Scar's just so hyped because of how well he was done. And I suppose that's what they've got to do. If they're going to have more male characters, there's got to be a lot of time spent in making them freaking sick, you know what I mean?
People have been requesting extremely popular characters like Geshu Lin and Scar for months.
True, Geshu Lin as well.
One look at Camellia's drip marketing on social media is only further confirmation of that. However, it isn't that simple. Kuro Games is a developer that cares about their limited characters' integration into the story and understands how that impacts their revenue. That's why characters like Shorekeeper and Camellia, released several months after the launch of the game, were featured prominently in the version 1.0 launch trailer. You can see Shorekeeper's butterflies everywhere. And remember, this was at the launch of the game in late May. Out of all the limited characters we've seen released, Jeja is the only one who wasn't featured in this launch trailer, and she'll likely be our lowest revenue banner for the foreseeable future. Every other character, including Shangli Yao, was hinted at very early on in the game's lifecycle.
This is all true,
what we need to understand as players is that developing these characters...
It gets that connection with a character as well, doesn't it? Which at the end of the day, this is one thing that I was talking about before. You want a good story to a gacha game, but you've got to have great character stories. Because, of course, you're going to get attracted by the meta of the character, the look of the character, but having that, like, connection with the story of the character is incredibly important as well, isn't he?
Likely takes a significant amount of time. There is an incredible amount of care and polish put into every single one of Wuthering Waves' characters.
There is,
unique animations on every
None
attack,
of them feel like they're just threw out there, do they?
Or plunge,
even Zhang Liao when he was
more
free.
Supplementary animations like intro skills or their unique conbeat animations. To put it simply, there's a lot more work put into.
Let's take into account other things as well, just like their idle animations and stuff like that. There's a lot of time and effort put into each individual character in this game. All of them. You know, the 4 stars, they get all of the love. You never feel like, don't get me wrong, obviously some characters are better than others, but I don't ever feel like, even when you're using a 4-star, that this character didn't get the love in regards to its design and its animations and all that sort of stuff.
To a Wuthering Waves character than characters you might find in other gacha games like Genshin Impact or Honkai Star Rail. Blending together amazing aesthetic design, satisfying combat feel, and unique animations for every single character means that Kuro might have to start work on them a lot earlier. Characters teased in version 1.0 still aren't here yet.
Hey, outside of Camellia, those two, I can't wait to get those 2 characters. I better get those 2 characters, man, I'm telling you.
A huge portion of that is likely due to their involvement far later in the story, like with Fraxidus. Releasing limited male characters with low story preparation or involvement can be a risky move. And we've seen what happens in games like Honkai Star Rail and characters like Argenti. With knowledge that Jian didn't have the highest sales, especially compared to Yinlin, and the historically low performance of male characters in Punishing Grey Raven, this was likely a big reason for why Shang Li Yao was given out for free. For characters like Geshu Lin and Scar, the hype is undeniably real, but with the next 2 patches...
Yeah, I agree, those 2 are hyped, because a lot of people are hyped about Geshu Lin. Now, don't get me wrong, I want to pull for him, but like, Scar just tops it for me, like peak male character in this game. Like, I really like Jian, but like, I just think it was more the VA sold it for me. The VA absolutely killed it with his performance for Scar. Like, standout performance in the entire game. I think that's why I'm so sold on him.
Patches focused on the Black Shores and its development, it's understandable that it isn't their time yet. Remember that Kuro was cooking the releases of Shorekeeper and Camellia since the launch of the game. And that just means they're going for a slower burn with Scar and Geshu Lin.
That's why it should be as well, because you also want the banner to drop with the story beat, don't you? It's kind of weird if there's a massive story beat on a character and then the banner comes later, or the banner drops and then the character really doesn't get hyped up until like potentially months later. You want it to come at the same, you want that to build up, don't you? So everybody's like, dude, this character's insane, and then the banner's there, and he's like, I've got to pull on this character, man. It needs to be in my roster.
Map is one of the biggest factors in play here when it comes to the delayed release of male characters. But there is another potential obstacle in play, and that's the deranged parts of the Wuthering Waves community. Every community has its share of bad apples, and according to some personal accounts from CN players, shared by the Twitter user Nito, the CN community might have some problems when it comes to male characters.
Okay.
These problems are extensive, ranging from public bad-mouthing of female players and male characters on public channels, abuse of specific characters from PGR like Chrome and Lee, as well as actual doxing of male character supporters, leading to the reveal of their personal information and...
Okay, that's just all weird. One thing, which I hope, I've said this before, of course you need China to be spending on your game to do well, but what we've seen so far, it's still a big player base and a big spender for the game, and at the minute it is the largest spender base. But this is why I want to see Kuro level out a little bit more, even if it means they don't have the highs that Hoyo have. I'd rather us see, obviously I want Kuro to be getting enough money for Kuro to succeed, but I'd rather us have a lot lower numbers and China spending much less, but it be balanced. You know, the regions are kind of spending similar, so they don't have to listen to some of the crazy stuff that comes out of China sometimes. Now, I'm not saying there isn't plenty of crazy stuff that comes out the West. I'm not saying that at all. But I just feel like if each region is a little bit more equally represented, then I think it's just better for the global audience, then, isn't it? We're all gonna get our like piece of the pie, so to speak, rather than one specific region getting catered to more than every other region.
Harassment that extended into their offline lives as well. These deranged individuals even went so far as to dox Kuro employees themselves, likely the ones who are contributing to the release of male characters. And while we have to keep in mind that these are all just the words of a single Twitter user, it's hard not.
I didn't realize, like, I know some of the Chinese audience like, hey, We've all been on the internet a while. There's crazies everywhere. But I didn't think, like, that was really, like, a thing that people got down with in China, because I just thought you could probably get in some serious trouble for doing that sort of stuff, not claiming to know how China's laws work. But, you know, I would think it would be a place you don't play over there sometimes, do you, with certain things? And I would think that would be one of them.
Not to believe these accounts at all when we factor in the ridiculous situations CN gacha gaming communities have gotten themselves into. Things like the Dewey Bunny Girl incident, the Scaramouche Cat incident, or like I mentioned before, the delete all males from Honkai Impact 3 incident.
Oh, man.
This absurd behavior was happening prior to WuWa's release, and if true, likely contributed a huge amount to the female-centric development roadmap at this point in the game. When PGR was a game in direct competition with Honkai Impact 3rd, and Kuro got to see firsthand what happened in that game, it's clear that having more females was a safer way to launch Wuthering Waves. However, with the success of Love in Deep Space and the vocal outcry for more males in the community, this is something we're likely going to see change. There are a lot of factors that have led to the current state of male characters, but they're all related to one-eyed devs implementing what they think players want. However, the audience for Wuthering Waves is much larger and diverse than that of PGR, and it might be time to shift that development accordingly. As always, if you enjoyed this content, please hit that like and subscribe button. Peace out.
Yeah, great video. Again, Saint Tontas making some brilliant points, eloquently put, well-structured video. Really enjoyed this. And yeah, I like these yapping videos sometimes when you're just talking about this stuff. I agree. I would definitely like to see more male characters. Of course, I'm a little bit biased in the fact that I just think that Kuro do amazing character design full stop. So I think they kill it on both sides. But I'm biased as well in the sense that I like myself some nice waifus, you know? But I think if you have only or too many, it kind of just takes away the speciality of them, doesn't it? It's like, I was saying this before, you need more 4-stars. One, you need them anyway for on banners so people can get like copies, and you're not always like chasing that 5-star in the freaking banner and losing out to it, and all, you know what I mean? We all know how that goes. But just, it also makes the 5-stars more special. And it's like, that's why I like when we get characters like ZZZ and Jinsa that beautiful characters, but they're a little bit different to your Changlis and your Yinlings, where they're a little bit more sexy, aren't they? You know what I mean? And it makes that, you know, because if every character at the end of the day is some scantily clad, and I'm not saying they are, because they're not really, they're sexy in a different way, aren't they? They're not like Cat Fantasy where they've literally got underwear skins and stuff like that. But if you have all your characters kind of like that, then none of the characters are like that at the end of the day, because it's nothing special, is it? I think having that variety, at the end of the day, it's the spice of life, isn't it? So, yeah, I think that's a big factor too, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, for me personally anyway, I don't want every character to look like that, because then, you know, if every character's this, like, massive boober character, then have they really got massive boobers in comparison? Not really. They have, but you know what I mean. Anyway, yeah, great video. Saint Tontas, guys, should check him out, show some love. Great videos. But yeah, again, the only thing I disagree with him though in that video was when he says that they're pretty much doing everything right. Disagree. They're not doing everything right. They're doing majority of things right, but they're definitely, specifically we're talking about the previous video, Terror of Adversity, ain't cooking. There's definitely some things that ain't cooking. On everything else, they're pretty much cooking. Because I've had some comments in my videos recently of people like being like, you know, I was complaining about this and complaining about that in regards to the game and stuff. And it's just like, I'm not. I love the game. You guys have got to understand. Favorite gacha game. But I think when you like something and you really enjoy something, you've also got to be critical of the things that they're not doing great, haven't you? And some people might see that as moaning. And hey, I'm a bitcher. I do like to bitch. I like to have a moan. But I feel like, for the most part, I'm doing it with constructive criticism in mind. If the thing I enjoy improving at the end of the day, because I want to see Wuthering Waves get better and better. And I think it's a good thing to do sometimes, to be like, hey, be nice if you didn't do this, or hey, be nice if this changed, or we got this, or, you know what I mean? I think that's how we improve our games, isn't it, really? And at the end of the day, I know gamers were very good at putting out the problems of video games and not so good at putting out the solutions. But I think sometimes that's our role. We might not have the solution, but we can say, this is a problem. And then people who are smarter than us can look at that and be like, okay, this probably is a problem. We've got a solution. And I think it's our job to put that out there, isn't it? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Can I react to some PGR OSTs, Ray? We could do. We could do. Dollar Store Sephiroth is wild. He's straight up his though. I watched that video last night. Good stuff, man. In a game full of waifus, there's some male characters I've been trying to get. My thing is you can't even see your characters when they're zipping around the screen like blurred psychopaths. I got 9, 13 the tower. That's the best I've ever gotten. Yeah, like for me, it ain't even like I like that you have to build out your squad. But then at the same time, it's kind of in like a way that I feel like I want to be made to build out my squad in a way that I feel like that squad's more impactful rather than it just being, well, I need that team member because if I don't have that team member, I'm burning out the team that's actually impactful. I feel like that could be done a little bit better. And I just think in general, the Tower of Adversity is just kind of mid, man. I just think it's kind of mid. You know what I mean? I don't think it's a special game mode at all. You know, the Depths of Elusive Realm is clear of it. And I think Kuro know that because that's continually getting better and getting updates, where the tower seems to be kind of floundering. And again, I said this is kind of weird because it's literally got a physical presence in the game in regards to its building. It feels like it should be more of an academy where it's like it's got a lore sense in the idea that it's to train people. And, you know, there's different ways about doing that in regards to different modes that get added to it and a tower that never ends kind of thing. And a particular mode that it's not so much about the team that you need to use, but it's about the way that you need to fight a particular enemy. And I just think, like, you know, it could be done a lot better, in my opinion. Could be done a lot better. Right, you doing anyway, though, now? You good? F the Vigor system, anyone who says it's good at liars and should be drawn and quartered. Get him on there like William Wallace. Freedom from Vigor. Share to everybody who's watching though, guys. All right, let's check this video out as well. Legion WuWa. We like Legion. We like Legion. Let me just make sure we've got everything up here. Okay, then. Check this video out from Legion. We do like Legion. Killing it as well. We saw that he just hit 10k. Flying through on his way to 12k now. Great to see. Let's drop a like. Finally, it's confirmed new 1.3 events, PS5, quality of life changes, banners, and rewards. Now, even though I'm not on PS5, I'm really interested to see when PlayStation 5 is coming. I think we're going to find out the end of this week. They're at the Tokyo Game Show. Hopefully, we get some kind of release date and more gameplay, because as somebody who's on PC, and it doesn't necessarily affect me in that regard, I think it's just going to be really good for the game to get out on the PlayStation 5. Bigger audience, more normies, and I just think it's going to be good for Wuthering Waves in general. But let's check out what he's got to say.
Right, guys, we have some massive news today for Wuthering Waves.
Big news!
They just announced a live stream on Twitter for the 1.3 Black Shores update, which is scheduled for this Friday with a duration of...
We're going to try and live stream the live stream on Friday. It's at noon, I think, my time. So I'm going to try, get back from the gym super early, and we're gonna watch this together, hopefully.
Around 30 minutes. Which I would say is a pretty good duration. It's not too long and it's not too
you don't want it to be too long.
So they have a lot of time to show us a good amount of stuff. So it means something big is coming. We can expect a lot of hype stuff for this.
Do you reckon, because does the Tokyo Game Show start Friday? Maybe they're going to show off new stuff in the game, obviously, but they're going to announce the PlayStation launch in conjunction with it being announced at Tokyo Game Show. What you reckon?
Patch. And in this video, we will take a look at what could we expect to be shown in this live stream, and for what's to come in the 1.3 update in terms of the events, the rewards, some new quality of life changes, and even the PS5 release date, which I got new info on that as of today.
Okay, all right.
So we can take a look at all
Hit
of
me
that.
with it.
And before we start, make sure to like and subscribe. Put those notifications on, guys, to be kept updated with WuWa.
I'd like to find out how much time does Changli's titties spend in people's videos, because it's becoming a trend now. And hey, I'm not against it at all. I'm enjoying it, but there's a definite trend of walking towards the camera and those bouncing all over the place.
24/7. But alright, let's not waste any time, guys. We have a ton of stuff to cover in this video. So okay, I'm sure we all know the banners for this update, so I won't need to go into massive detail here. The first phase, we have the new limited 5-star Shorekeeper, then we got the new 4-star Yoo-Hoo, and in the second phase, it could be a Gion rerun, which I expect them to confirm this in the live stream.
Look, I feel like this is a smart banner as well. Obviously, new 4-star, smart, banging character to pull on, right? Okay, we got that. Then you've got the secondary banner, Gian, if this is going to be what's going to happen, and Morphe as well. she's going to help Mortifeet be a little bit better also. Do you know what I mean? So the potential that Yoo-Hoo's going to help Mortifeet be a little bit better, and then in turn Jian be a little bit better as well. This is like kind of a smart way to set up the banners, in my opinion. I don't know if this is exact. Well, I'm sure they're probably thinking like this, but you know, there's part of me, because I do kind of want to get a few more copies of Mortifeet. I'm not going to though. I'm not going to risk it, because I've got my guarantee. I'm getting her, and then I'm going on to the Camellia banner, and that's it. I'm not going to do it. You're not going to get me, Kuro. You're not going to get me.
It was not previously confirmed
I would like some copies of Jian though. Not going to lie.
About the Jian
not happening though.
But this should finally be confirmed this Friday. So this is what the banners should be looking like. Now here is the news for the PS5. So Kuro Games officially included the PS5 in the list of supported platforms for Wuthering Waves, which means we can expect them to finally announce the PS5 launch this upcoming 1.3 livestream.
Yeah, I think it's coming together with the Tokyo Game Show. I'm going to put it out there. I'm confident that within the next week, if not on that live stream or at the game show, we're getting an announcement on the PlayStation 5 launch. I don't think that's a hot take. I'm confident that's going to happen. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I feel like it's going to be a thing.
So that would be...
Because it'd be perfect. The first live stream they get back, why not do it when you've got a massive thing like announcing it on Play? I don't think people realise how big this is for the game, getting it onto PlayStation 5. They've never been on console before, have they? So this is massive for Kuro, this is, to get it right.
A really hype announcement. I imagine for the mobile players with the PS5 and no PC, this is a huge win. So this is really hype. But okay, now let's go over what we can expect in terms of the events for 1.3. We should be expecting a lot more events and, of course, a lot of rewards. So let's go over all that we know as of now. So the first one is the event called Amidst the Stars event. It should be giving us 240 asteroids. The next one is the...
Hold up. That's a crappy picture, but I want to try and see what it says. Event rules: gain as many tactic points as possible in the infinite battle simulation. Okay. Infinite battle simulation. Interesting. I don't know if that's just a terminology, but are we going to see something like I said, where it's you die, it's over, but you can keep going and going potentially? Let's read on though. Each area of the simulation contains 3 oh, this is the one we read about before, yeah. Going stronger at each node defeating the enemies. Okay, yeah, we read about this one before, didn't we? So it looks like that's actually happening. Open supply chests after defeating enemies to claim tactic points and oscillator variable buffs. I like this, so that sounds interesting. I'm always down for this thing that adds variety to each time you play through. That's one thing I do like about the Depths of Elusive Realm. It gives a bit of a variety to the play, rather than something like the Terror Reverse, which really just doesn't, unless you're putting it on yourself, you know what I mean? Once you've collected enough oscillator variables, you can unlock new powerful buffs, transponder variables, which all greatly... See, like, you know, all these little individual things that are throwing out here and there in the events. It's just like, can you just put them all together in a fucking dungeon, please? Please. Money, a merchant to the Black Shores, holds a piece. Yeah, okay, so it is a thing we've read about before. Okay, we know about this, kind of.
The next one is the Infinite Battle Simulation event, expected to give us 600 asteroids. Then we have Solaris Weather Forecast event, giving us another 400 asteroids. I would say this is a pretty good amount.
What's that there? Something about going, have we read on this one? Challenges across different regions. Yeah, we've looked at this one as well. It's going to be an overworld challenge, isn't it?
I would say this is a pretty good amount of asteroids so far. Hopefully we get more events like that by Moon's Grace event, which gives us like 1,200 asteroids, which is...
like, for me, I get it. I want events that give me asteroids, but I want events that give me fun. You know what I mean? I want the fun factor. Forget the rewards. Of course, I want the rewards. I'm not saying forget them, but like, I don't want events just to be like the thing that's like to placate people who are not spending. And hey, I haven't spent on the game for a while apart from the podcasts and such, but I'm not using that against people who are not spending. But do you get what I'm saying? I want them to be there so people who are not spending, and myself as well, can get extra asteroids. I want everybody to be able to get extra asteroids at the end of the day. But I also want them to be there so I'm like, dude, I want to play this. Fuck it, I don't care about the rewards. I just want to play this.
A really good amount. I really hope they keep doing events that give that amount of asteroids, because events that give us below 500, I would
Bro, he's full on a freaking Kuma mode here in this video, isn't he?
say is a bit underwhelming. But that's not all, guys. We still have a few other events that we can take a look at. So the other event we can expect is Where Stars Slumber event, giving us 500 asteroids.
Black Shores have calculated the lament for countless nights, beginning to confound you if we were born in the stars. Level 14 arrive at the Black Shores in the main quest. Consists of 3 phases, each unlocking progressively as you advance through the main quests. Okay, I think this is just going through the story.
Now the next one is Fairy Tale event, which is speculated to be another co-op event, giving us
what's he saying? In each level, you can select Dorothy's friends as support echoes, which can significantly boost Resonator's combat power. Down Resonators will automatically be recovered after a while. You can complete the task with your friends. Points are calculated using formula clearance points. Okay, so it definitely seems like this is going to lean into co-op a little bit more in the fact that down people get revived. I should imagine if you're playing on your own, down teammates, Resonators will get pulled back up as well. Okay.
Yes, 500 asteroids. And that's not all, guys. We still have another event. And this time, we're going to be getting another Lolo campaign event for 1.3, giving us another 400 asteroids. So I believe with all these events I've just mentioned, this will give us a total of 2,640 asteroids. Let me know in the comments, is this enough asteroids?
See, like, I get it, I want that, but I don't want events to be looked at like that. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, the events are not looked at as like, this is going to be cool. It's all calculated into, this is going to be asteroids. And at the end of the day, then what's the asteroids for? A banner. Is that what we want the game to be? Just waiting for the next banner? It's not about the game. It's not about the gameplay. It's not about the actual event. It's just like, well, I've got enough asteroids to pull now, which I know at the end of the day is the core part of these games. But you know what I'm saying, don't you?
Asteroids, or should we be getting more asteroids? Because keep in mind, usually when they reveal the events like this, these are the events for the whole patch and not for a single phase. So if we're getting 2,600 asteroids for the whole 1.3 patch, do you guys think it's enough, or should they bump up the rewards? But still, let's see what they have to offer in the live stream, as there could be a lot more.
I think 2,600-ish asteroids are fine, really. It's almost equivalent to what if you was paying for the asteroid pass. So if you did decide to pay that for that as well, which is a $5, which for me, I think if you're playing the game enough, I think it's totally fine to do that. I know everybody's not in that place to do that, but for a $5, you know, you're then doubling that. Yeah, man.
I haven't mentioned, and that will be appearing in the live stream. And there's also a chance that they bumped up the rewards and they will give us more stuff as well. So we will see when the live stream comes, but for now, that is what we can expect in terms.
Oh, well, I'm hoping as well, we're going to get codes within the live stream potentially, aren't we, as well? So there's a potential to get probably maybe 1-2 codes anyway for some asteroids. So just from watching the live stream, you're going to be able to get yourself some asteroids as well. I would think.
I would say it's a pretty good start. So we went over the events, guys. Now let's go over the quality of life changes we can expect for this update. So far, we have...
True, Chase. True. That's true as well. Again, as I said, more than enough for me, but that's a good point. New region. There's going to be a whole set of asteroids attached to that as well, with quests and exploration and all that sort of stuff. It's a good point there.
10 confirmed changes, so let's read it over. All right, so I pulled up the quality of life changes here. So the first one is mobile devices now support controller connection mode,
Big W.
which is recommended for Bluetooth. Now, this is huge, and it does make sense to be a 1.3 quality of life, as we are expecting the PS5 port. So this would make sense.
I don't even think it makes sense in that regard. That should have been there from day one, in my opinion. I think any game that comes out on mobile that's this mechanically strenuous in regards to the action combat should have pad support straight off the bat.
That they do both at the same time. So for those who don't have access to their PS5s and they want to play on the mobile with their controller, this will be an option now, and I believe it'll be way better than playing with your fingers.
Yeah, definitely.
So really good update for the mobile players here. And then the second one is a new dynamic performance balancing feature that has been added for Android. And with this setting enabled, the current display settings will be automatically optimized.
Okay, we're kind of going over stuff we talked about before, didn't we? Like the echo synthesis optimization as well for categorizing batch synthesis of echoes. This is cool. What we was talking about before, where is he? Resource-rich areas, that's great as well. Nicknames being displayed. Improve the interaction experience with the synthesis station. This was one of the things I was talking about before in regards to the synthesis station. Of course, having improved interaction with it is, but like the different synthesized materials as well. Why aren't they put together? Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got your green, your blue, your purple, and your gold variants of different mats. Put them together. So I don't like like craft my blues and then have to scroll down and craft my purples and then have to go all the way down to look for my golds because they're kind of they're staged in rarities, aren't they? Which when you're trying to batch synthesize stuff and you know what I mean, it's better to have them all together in my opinion.
So optimization for Android, pretty good. I don't have an Android myself, but still a win if they're gonna do optimization for mobile devices. And now number 3, we got Echo Synthesis Optimization, allows for categorization and batch synthesis of echoes.
This is good.
Now we previously talked about this, and this is regarding the echo merging system. Now you'll be able to do it in batches, so hopefully it's faster, and now you'll be able to categorize them.
Well, I was gonna say it's less of the speed for me. It's not a speed issue because when you're synthesizing your echoes and batching them, it's not a speed issue. It's just being able to choose and categorize things and have a little bit more control over the whole situation, isn't it really?
If you want to only use the trash defense echoes that you've gotten for this merge, you'll be able to only select them and it'll be way faster now. So pretty good change for those who have way too many echoes. Now the 4th quality of life changes is during tracking tasks, you can now automatically teleport to the nearest teleport point. Pretty good.
Another big thing in my opinion, being able to teleport to the nearest teleport point's great. Saves you having to go into the menu, look for it, or like click on, obviously you can click on the thing you're doing and it'll take you to it and then you can go to the nearest one, but it's just extra clicks, isn't it? Little thing. Obviously you can track your mission. I'm thinking if you just hold it, then it'll just straight teleport you there. That'll be great.
Good. You won't need to go manually on the map anymore. You'll be automatically teleported. Now number 5, this is for the story skippers. A brief story summary has been added when skipping the storyline. So we actually...
Let's not pretend the story skippers ain't skipping that too. You know, come on, I see ya. You're going to skip the story freaking summary is going to come up and you're going to go blam. So you're going to skip that straight away as well, aren't you?
I have a picture
I know you're going to do
to
it.
show, and it demonstrates what is this feature exactly do. So as you can see here, when you press the skip button, and it will explain to you a quick summary of the update, which I imagine true story skippers will be skipping that as well. So I'm probably going to be doing the same thing as I
can't do it, man. I can't do it. Side quest, unvoice acted side quest, I'll do it. But like, man, for me, this game's just like, I can't do it. I'm going through PGR at the minute. I'm reading all of the freaking text lines and there's no VA in it. And I'm having a blast, man. I'm having a blast.
Sometimes I'm just really not interested in the story unless it really gets my attention. But all right, number 6.
So again, totally subjective thing, but I don't know how people can do that as well. I ain't interested in this part, and then all these parts intriguing me, and then something gets mentioned, you're like, what are they talking about? What? I don't get that. This is dumb. This story's bad, and it's like, yeah, you missed the other beat, man. That's why you don't get what they're talking about.
Improve the interaction experience with the synthesized station. Now, I'm not sure what this is referring to exactly. They might explain it in the live stream as well.
It better be what I said. It better be what I said. It's not a big thing, but I just think it seems like the most obvious in my opinion.
But this is improve the interaction with the synthesis station. Maybe it will allow us to synthesize from anywhere we want, and they will put the option in the...
That's a point I forgot to say. We mentioned that before as well. Having it in your backpack, synthesizing on the go, of course, would be big. Or again, the other thing as well, what I said would be a big thing.
Main menu.
That would probably be bigger in regards to quality of life. I do agree.
So I would prefer that. And now moving on,
there's no reason to have to keep going back to town to synthesize. I get it from a canonical standpoint. You know, it's this machine that's quite bulky, but I don't give a shit about that, man. Let me put it in my pocket, you know what I mean?
In online mode, teammates' nicknames can now be displayed. This is really good. Sometimes your teammates are really hard to see and locate in the map when you play with friends.
Don't have friends, so it doesn't affect me.
Now, number 8, you can now quickly locate resources-rich areas on the map using the collection distribution button on the item description page. Now, this is a really good quality of life. This will help us farm a lot faster. If we're looking for a certain material and we want a place with a lot of them.
Hear me out as well. What if we had a system in the game as well where we could have like little droids, you know? We could have these little droids and it could be a thing you could do every day, kind of like how you have in the other games, where you can send these little droids out to go and do some mining, like, right, I need this particular mineral. And you can send out one of these droids to go and do it automatically, and they'll come back with like a set batch amount of them. Like, you know, maybe there can be a little bit of RNG sometimes in regards to, I don't know, or there could be like set droids which have a 10% in this mineral and some have a 10% in this mineral. Just a little extra thing. I don't know. you know, maybe add a little bit of an automation to it as well. But you can only like maybe do 3, so you know you still need to go and do some of it yourself as well, and obviously it'll optimize it doing it yourself. Well, I think that'd be kind of something that'd be good to have in the game.
The game will show us exactly where. A really good change to help us build our characters. Now, number 9,
as somebody who really doesn't enjoy nitpicking, you know,
this is really good for those who don't understand or know the new terminology that comes when playing Wuthering Waves.
Yeah,
let's say tacit.
I've said before, I need this. Anything about things like tacit discourse. When I'm running through a kit, it becomes overly complicated, even though it's not complicated because all the different words they're using. I'm like, my smooth brain can't put them all in at the same time, and I'm like, what? What does this mean now? So when I use this ability on top of it, wait a minute, what does that ability do? I don't understand. I just want a basic thing like basic attack, heavy attack. Stop giving me these names that I don't understand. Make it easy for me.
Discord or tacit field. What are these things? Well, you can now search up the glossary and the game will explain it to you and give you a brief definition of these terms. Really good. All right, so
I just want that option that just like puts it in layman speak, you know, when I'm like looking at kits and stuff. So instead of the names that they've given to particular move sets, it just says simple thing, you know, and that's just gone. And it's just like, okay, I understand the kit really easy now, because I have to take a little moment to digest it, because I'm just like, I don't understand what this is doing. What's my character doing now? And then I have to go back up and be like, oh, okay, that's what that means. Okay, I think I get it now.
Last quality of life for this video is the Battle Song Replay Dungeon now supports repeated challenges. Now, at first, it's really impossible to know what this quality of life is, but after doing a bit of digging, I found that this affects the weekly bosses. So I'm not sure if this is going to make you be able to replay the dungeon or the weekly bosses faster. Is it a skip mechanic? Are you able to stay in the dungeon without going in and out, and you can just farm the bosses repeatedly? Maybe that'd
be cool, because I was speaking about this, and I was saying this in general from all of the big bosses, like the big map bosses, in regards to and I'm not even just talking about weekly mats here, I'm just talking about mats in general. In that I was saying that, like, it'd be kind of cool to have a bait system, so that, like, you know, like something like the Geo Chalone who takes ages to come back, and then you have to wait for that period for the boss to come back anyway. If you could just remove that by using this consumable, and they just instantly respawn, so you're not having that just wait time. Because for me, I get it, it's this idea of maybe you're going off and doing other things, but you know, at the end of the day, when we're farming one specific thing, I just want to be able to go, get it done. I don't want to be sitting around and being like, right, let me pause the game and look at my other monitor or something, like, while I'm waiting for this thing, or I'll do some little busy work, or I'll just run around in circles till he respawns, like.
That's what it is. But yeah, guys, so this concludes everything we should be seeing in terms of the events, the rewards, the quality of life changes, and of course, the PS5 port finally coming to Wuthering Waves. Pretty hype stuff.
What do you reckon, boys? You reckon we know Friday? You reckon we know Friday about the PS5 port? The release date, anyway. Do you think we're going to get some solid information? I think we am. I think it's time, you know? And wouldn't it be smart? We've got to get it before Christmas, right? It has to be this year, doesn't it? If it's not, I'll be surprised. You know, getting it out round about November time so people can get the game in their hands before Christmas, you know, and it's a good time to get a game out, isn't it, really? November time, and then the build up to Christmas when people are going to be spending a lot of time gaming, potentially spending, and, yeah, man.
I'm quite excited for this update, and I'll for sure be there to cover the 1.3 live stream. So Friday, I'm going to post a recap video and make a breakdown on it. So stay tuned for that, guys. But for now, that is all for today. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all.
Yeah, great video again. We went over some stuff we've already seen, but that's fine. That's fine to do a little recap. Again, I will be streaming the stream. We'll be re-streaming the stream on Friday. I'm hoping I'll be live, like, because I probably get live about 45 minutes before it starts, and we can chill out and we can watch it. We can all, like, kind of, like, you know, bounce off each other and what we think's happening, and whether we think things are good, and if it's a hype, if it's a W, if it's an L, and hopefully it's a W for all of our sakes anyway. Yeah, great video. Guys, you should check out Legion WuWa. Make some great content. Show them some love. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because when does the Tokyo Game Show start? Doesn't it start Friday? Or is it not that close? I think it's in about a week or two, actually, isn't it? No, it's the 26th. So, 26th to the 29th. So, it's going to be the 20th that we get that live stream. So, potentially, maybe we won't get the release date on Friday. You know, it might be just that, hey, here's all this new content. Stay tuned for Thursday. Big news on the PlayStation 5 launch. You know, as a way to hype up them being in the Tokyo Game Show. That might make sense as well, actually. I reckon we're going to see something, though, yeah? It just feels, you know, it feels like it's all coming together, you know? The pad control support's coming, Tokyo Game Show, we're getting the first live stream since launch. It's like the perfect storm to announce something. Because for me, it's the biggest thing since the launch of the game, in my opinion, is getting it out on PlayStation. Like, there's no denying that. Like, at the end of the day, it's going to be massive for them. Their first console launch, as well as I'm aware, PGR never went to console. The first game that made end of service in like 2 years. That was, I think, specifically just on mobile as well. They never even had a PC client, I don't think. So, you know, this is a big move, because at the end of the day, it's not the biggest selling console, because obviously the Switch is, but in terms of getting into people's living rooms, specifically in the West as well, you know, I think it's a big move in regards to the West. Now I know consoles have like started to grow in China now, because for years you couldn't buy a console, could you? I know that market's growing now, but I think it's specifically going to be targeting the West. Obviously it's going to target different regions, but you know, Japan's not really big on the home console apart from the Switch, are they? They're more mobile and Switch and PC. Or I think, you know, Europe and America are going to be the big targets in regards to PlayStation 5. Yo, what's going on, Rock? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Yeah, interesting. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look. Let's watch this video, you know. Let's watch this video.
Again, today we're doing one of
We love a bit of Steorg here. I do like watching Steorg's videos. And also, I haven't played Star Rail now in a few months, so I'm kind of totally out the loop. So let's get an idea of what's going on in the Star Rail realm, shall we? Because I do absolutely love this game, but it's been a hot minute since I've played. The current state of Honkai Star Rail. Check out Steorg, guys. Go show him some love. Makes great videos. We watched the one the other day talking about the current state of Wuthering Waves. And I'm interested to see what he's got to say.
Again, today we're doing one of these videos, the current state of Honkai Star Rail. Today we're gonna talk about how the game is doing currently, the future of the game, and basically the good things that stayed in the game.
Like, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love this game. I think it's a great game, great story. They just do so many things right in Star Rail. I think I just got a little bit burnt out. And I don't know if it's the turn-based, even though I love JRPG turn-based games, but I think in a live service, kind of stretching out over time, I'm enjoying my action stuff at the moment. Maybe it's just a bit of a phase I'm going through. And I definitely feel, because it's specifically a lot more focused on numbers, because it being turn-based, rather than having that little bit of extra skill expression. It just feels more and more that it's becoming a haves and have-not game, which I get it, that's gachas in general, but I definitely feel it a little bit more in Star Rail for me. But I do absolutely love the game. I just want to put that out there as a disclaimer.
First of all, of course, I'm gonna talk about the revenue report, which really shocked me. Like, a filler patch doing better than Genshin Impact was a crazy thing to me. And the thing is, it's Genshin.
I don't think it was that wild, actually. This is Huyo's premium game now, isn't it? You know, this is the hype machine for Huyo, really. Genshin, like, it's still massive, but I think in the West more so. I think Star Rail is definitely like the #1 game for most people when it comes to the gacha space, isn't it?
Genshin Impact's Natlan. Of course, it's only 3 days, but that's where most people are gonna use their money. And that's a filler patch. Like, this is a huge success for Honkai Star Rail. And as I said like 3 or 4 months ago, I said that Honkai Star Rail is now the standard of every gacha game. And yeah, it's still the standard in my opinion. And not only that, I think the revenue this month will be insane. Like, people are going to spend on Fei Xiao. A lot of people like her. Let alone
Star Rail's kind of like in its peak, isn't it? You know, I think all games go through a bell curve. Some bell curves are sharper than others and a lot more squashed up than others. Some, you know, just last longer. You know, I think Genshin is definitely in the downturn of the bell curve. I think Star Rail's, you know, potentially it's got higher to go, but it's definitely at the top of the bell curve, in my opinion. It's like in its peak at the moment, isn't it? Now, I know you could look back at like the last couple of months' revenue and argue, you know, some things, but like we are going back into some bigger patches. So yeah, I do. I think it's still in its peak at the moment.
Existence of 3 other banners. And this reminds me, if you want to top up in Honkai Star Rail with cheaper prices only using your UID, Loot Bar is the best place. This Loot Bar is highly secure, fast, and has so many discounts. Because
I don't
for example,
trust these
if you want to buy 6k gems in Honkai Star Rail,
I'm just super what's it though, man. I'm super guarded on my internet usage. I always have been. Like, I'm para about everything. I'm like, I double, triple check everything. I'm super like protective over all my stuff. I just, yeah, man, these sites they just smell bad to me. And I'm not saying they are. I'm not calling out people's sponsors, but yeah, man, not for me.
Well, you will buy them for
say this every time, and I feel bad saying it, but I can't help myself.
For $86, and not only that, if you use my link in the description, you will get another discount. So all you have to do is choose your bundle, put your UID here, put your server, and click on top up now. And as you see, I got them with the double top up. Make sure to click on the link in the description to get even more discounts. Anyway, back to the video. But of course, I want to add, don't spend too much. Like, you can use your money in something else, I swear. Okay, so let us talk about how Honkai Star...
How does it work as well? How does that company get a discount in regards to what they're doing? How does that actually work? I don't know the ins and outs of that as well. Like, I suppose if I understood that a little bit more, I might be a little bit more trusting of it. But yeah, man, you know.
Rail's doing. So I'm not gonna do like a whole review about the game. I'm just gonna talk about the things that I like and the things that stand out actually. Of course, something really cool about the game is the generosity and how the devs...
Again, this is why I don't understand why Genshin players can't get this, especially in videos when I've been talking about this sort of stuff. They do it in their other games, man. They do it in their other games.
Are listening in a lot of the players' feedback. Like, this game is doing really good, and the doctor ratio thing that happened before, always having tempos every patch, and the lore of this game is really doing good.
I've still got PTSD from failing my 50-50 and getting Bailu on Kafka. Bad, because I think she is, in my opinion, I think she's my favourite waifu, you know? I think she tops Chang Li, man, and Yin Lin, and I think she does. She's just insanely well designed, and I'm still angry about that.
Currently, like, let me be clear, I stopped playing the game when Firefly came out. I got Firefly and stopped playing. She's level 20, by the way. Then
to be fair, that's the last time I played the game, actually. I hopped on, I did a couple of pulls, got lucky, got Firefly. I was like, sweet, and then I didn't play the game again.
I stopped playing for like 2 patches and came back in 2.4
Freaking fly flying around, man.
And it is because I thought the patches after Penacony will be just filler and won't be fun, right? But the thing that they did with the story was crazy. Although I didn't play the whole thing, but I watched some things, and even in a filler patch, they were creating bangers. Who would have expected that they will still go even after that and write a good new story? Or develop a character that you might not like at the start, and then it becomes very
character development in Star Rail is top tier.
Very cool. So the story is really captivating for so many people. And now let me talk about the end game content. This game is doing the best job. Like, they are doing a good job for a...
It really is in the top echelons in regards to end game content. I think that's why maybe I'm so critical of the stuff that we've got in Wuthering Waves. And I get it, well, this is a lot further down the line. But I just think that just the amount is it's a clear W in comparison to something like WuWa.
Gacha game. First of all, I want
after
to
playing
talk about
PGR
events.
has made me a lot more confident that we're going to get good stuff in WuWa, but still,
if we didn't play it. If you didn't have to play an event, you will get the rewards. Of course, you will miss some, but the fear of missing out is way less here. And as you see, even though I stopped playing, I still have the 2 events here that I didn't play, and it's a really cool aspect. The end game content, I still didn't play a lot of Apocalyptic Shadow, but I love everything that they do. They add a lot of content that you can play and enjoy the game, and all of them are different than each other, which is very good. But of course, let's talk about the thing that a lot of people are talking about, which is, are you not able to clear the content of the game if you stop playing or if you don't pull the newest character? I didn't play a lot. I just played some of the Forgotten Hall. Didn't play the 12th floor yet. I was a little unlucky here. Someone died, but basically, I'm not really having the newest characters, okay? Like, my latest character that I got is Aventurine, and I only spent on Aventurine, by the way. Like, I don't spend on this account. It's almost a free-to-play account. And what I want to say is, yes, there is power creep.
I like that when people say, I'm almost free to play. I've only spent 50 quid, bro. Like, you know, just I've just about spent. I'm pretty much free to play, really. Well, if you look at it like this, I'm free to play, to be fair, because like you gotta do that, ain't you? That means I'm free to play.
You cannot deny that. And I know that if I level up this Firefly, the game will be way easier, just like Akiron does. But it's not actually impossible to play the game. Jingliu is still good. People are even still using Zila, and Clara is doing a good job in the meta. Let alone that the Super Break meta is with...
Yeah, Super Break. I haven't got Zila, haven't got Clara. Yeah, I'm just my account's kind of it's not great on Star Rail.
The Trailblazer, and it's free, which is a bonus with adding how good a lot of 4 stars are. But of course, the way you can play it, you don't have to finish every single thing for just 60 Js every time, especially if you can get a lot of characters in the game. Like, the game I think is generous, might need to be more generous since
I think he's generous in regards to Huyo generous. Now, that's probably a harsh thing to say. The game is quite generous, really, but I think if you only kind of rotate around the Huyo version, you maybe play a bit of Wuthering Waves and you might dabble here and there. I think it looks really generous, but I think once you start branching out to the Huyo space and you start to play other games, whether it be just when you're on your phone or on your toilet or whatever, you see that there's a lot of other games out there that are incredibly generous quite regularly as well.
There is a little power creep, and especially what were they thinking by doing this? Of course, a lot of people talked about the downside of this, but I will talk about something positive. I stopped playing when the Robin banner ended and I got Firefly, and I'm surprised like in 2 patches I can get Robin again. So maybe we have to change how we perceive that, and if you don't get, for example, Fei Xiao, you know that you will get her in like another 3 or 2 patches. But of course, it's mostly not good. This is probably the only good thing about it. Now, something very captivating about this game that people are not talking about a lot, which is the existence of a lot of metas, and especially the strategies that you can do. Of course, we can use and say Super Break is very powerful, Ruan Mei ruined the game. But yeah, I can agree with you that Ruan Mei is very OP and she changed the whole thing, but we cannot deny the existence of the other characters and a lot of combos that you can do and the, you know, combos, which I really like. Like, the game is doing a really great job at this. And of course, we can talk about the self-modeling resin and all of these things that they change in the game and they add in the game consistently. Like, they always add something new that...
It is weird, isn't it, that you get the all, like I say again, what's the business model? What's the desire to not do the, like, a lot of these things within Genshin? It's just, you know, like, from a business side of thing, from a marketing, a consumer, I'm curious as why these things don't get, like, not direct implementations of things that are in that, but you know what I mean? Just that like changing something to make a benefit for the player, adding this quality of life, switching something up, being a little bit more generous in this, listening to the player base in regards to this and moving the dial a little bit rather than these half-baked things that you get in Genshin. Now I know there's going to be a bunch of people actually where I just don't get it. It's almost like they're not even part of the same company, you know, where they all answer to the same people at the end of the day. But is it maybe the Genshin get a lot more freedom in how they run the business because of how much money it's made over the years, or they are a little bit more strict on it because of how much money it's made, and they want to keep the status quo going because if it's not broke, you know, there's no need to fix it kind of thing, and that there is kind of a little bit of a Stockholm syndrome with the player base where it doesn't matter what they do and what they don't change. People like, it doesn't need to change, it's fine. And they know that, so they're like, well, what's the point in spending on development costs when we could just do it in this other game where we're trying to cater to a newer player base, and that's the main thing now, maybe? I don't know.
Changes the game, and
just
that
makes you
is
think
the
about
thing
it,
about Honkai Star Rail. It keeps getting better and better. And yeah, if you want to play the game, I really advise you to play it. Do you have to spend on the game?
I think it's definitely a game worth trying.
So, like, if you really want to play the game and give it your time, you can play it. And actually, you can even not play it every day. You can play it very casually, or you can be a hardcore player. This is the definition of a great gacha game. And me personally,
I don't know, maybe I'm missing it. I feel like it is free to play friendly to a degree, but I feel like this game, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just this turn-based, and maybe I'm a smooth brain, but I feel like spending, well, maybe it's just me. I think it's just me, you know. I think I'm just an idiot. That's what it is. But I just feel like maybe it kind of, you need to spend maybe a little bit more than in, you know, maybe something like again, Wuthering Waves, or potentially even maybe Genshin, I suppose, in a way. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just talking at my arse. I think I am. I think I'm wrong there, really. I
sometimes
kind of
play
feel
it
like that.
As a hardcore player. I play it every day. I try to do everything just to beat the game because there is some challenge in the game. Or I just don't play it every day. I log in once a week and I still enjoy the game. So, of course, there is some things that should change or can change. As always, dailies, maybe make them weeklies and we get 360 every week and that's it. A little more balance to some old characters.
I say dailies as well are kind of fine in this game because the auto battle system. I think as well, I think maybe like a part of it is the turn-based. I love turn-based games, but I think they're good for 20, 40, 50, 60, 100 hours. You know, the story's complete and you're done. Where I think when it stretches out over a game that lasts years, I just think there's only so much for me where I'm like, yeah, I've kind of experienced everything here. I click a button, cool animation happens, I adjust my team for meta and synergy, and that's it. Like, you know, and there's a lot of variety there, but I feel like a game that makes me want to play for long times is where that mechanical skill expression's there as well as all of those other things. So I think at the minute I'm just in kind of like an action phase where like I just really want to play action games more than turn-based at the moment.
Oh, there's problems in the Path of Erudition. Like, game has problems, but the amount of positive things in it is huge. And of course, people might say that I'm glazing, but yeah, I'm just positive about the game. What can I do? Like, just like people said that I'm glazing Wuthering Waves because I was positive.
Hey, yo, there's nothing wrong with doing a bit. When people, like, you know, people say you're a glaze, and what? You know, if you like some glaze it, you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with it.
Well, saying that I'm hating about Wuthering Waves because I said that it has some problems. I know that some people are going to say, how did you say that Honkai Star Rail has some problems? Yes, the game does have some problems, okay? It's not perfect, it's a gacha game, it's always flawed. The meta and the power creep can be better, always. And for the popularity, the game is super popular now, not only as a gacha game, but as a game as a whole. And yeah, that's basically the current state of Honkai Star. And yeah, that's basically the current state of Honkai Star Rail. You guys like these types of videos, so I'm gonna make sure that I talk about the other games and their state. And yeah, that was the video, bye-bye.
You should go through and do a bunch of different ones, you know? Do some of the, I guess say it's not going to be great for views, though, but do some of them, maybe the ones out of, like, WuWa, Star Rail, Genshin, Zenly Zone Zero, you know? Do some of the others, like, I'd like to see these videos, because I do like to see Steog's opinion, to be fair. I think he breaks things down quite well. And, yeah, great video. Guys, you should check him out, show some love. Let's see what he's got to say here. Right, this changed my life. Okay. Brilliant video. I do like his content, guys. It changed my life. You know, it was that good. It changed my life. Check him out, show some love, subscribe, all that good stuff. Yeah, that's the current state of Honkai Star Rail, guys. Let me see what you guys are saying in chat anyway. What you saying? You fucking saying, boys? What you fucking saying? Is he gone as well? Right, welcome to the stream. Dude, did you know you can actually get mats back from leveled unused echoes or the salvage, you know? If you have, say, a 24-star echo, if you go back to your backpack and delete it, you can salvage, yeah, get a bit of mats back, yeah. And you're going to bitch because they don't know what the hell to do next. I'm looking at you, Jamie. Roast him, tell him. Roast him. I don't know what about, but roast him. Like when this happens, Calchero gets really pissed off and uncontrollable. His power becomes doubled when he's mad. Give me a fucking, like, a Super Saiyan cutscene, you know? I'm a big fan of that sort of shit. I don't know who gets it, but give it me. I suppose she Rover would get it, really. She kind of has got it in a way, hasn't she? Cal fucking Chero. I hope so. We were stocked going up. Gianni in a Santa hat. Yeah, I'm hoping we actually, speaking of that, segue, I hope we do get some sort of holiday theme stuff. Like, I know they're a Chinese company, but, you know, give me some Halloween stuff, man. Give me some Halloween stuff. Give me some Christmas stuff. I suppose with the Halloween stuff, that you got to be careful. Because I know with, I don't know if it's still the same, but I know with Chinese stuff, now correct me if I'm wrong, I might be talking out my ass, but for the longest time, I remember that, like, things like skulls and stuff weren't supposed to be in the games, were they? You know, and like blood and like that sort of stuff and gore. I could be fucking talking out my arse. I think I am, because I'm pretty sure some gacha games have got that shit in them now, haven't they? How's things anyway, though, right? The only console I have is a Switch, doing fine, relaxing after work, and now doing dailies. Let's go. Finish work? More work. I started Honkai Star Rail about 2 months ago and I feel so behind. There's no skip button in the game, so I dropped it. Okay, that's fair. I don't know, that website just says, right, sketchy, yeah, sus as hell, like, any sort of game that's kind of taking me outside to a third-party route to purchase stuff within the game. I'm like, yeah, man, I don't know about this, you know. Don't know about this. Like I say, might be legit. But it's like I've heard some people in their ads of that saying, like, you know, you should get your stuff, you should get your Prima Gems, whatever, insert currency here within 5 to 15 minutes. And I'm like, dude, if that shit ain't in my game account the second I click buy, I'm freaking out. You know what I mean? Even if it's a little amount, like, nah, man. I'd rather pay the extra 20%. I suppose if you're paying a lot regularly, then maybe it's worth it. But yeah, not for me. Not for me. You're lucky I've lost and 50-50 that my Himiko is already E6. Damn. Yeah, I was gutted. I was on stream as well. Everybody was laughing at me. It was painful. It was painful. That's me with Encore S2 Novarina. Yeah, your Varina looks sucks, dude. Absolutely sucks. Telling you, man, she's going to get nerfed. The meta's going to go. Varina's going to suck. There's going to be a load of new characters. Well, she's not going to get nerfed. There's going to be a load of new characters. She's going to be crept. And then you're going to pull Varina. And he's going to be like, this sucks. It's going to happen. I can see it. I can see it. How's everybody doing anyway, though? We're doing good. We're doing good. See, I was going to play AFK Journey today, boys and girls. But I decided not to. I set the stream when I was like, right, let's play AFK, and then I was like, I don't know if I want to play it today. So I was like, you know what, we'll play it tonight. And then I forgot the football's on tonight, and then I got a call from the garage that the car's ready, and I was like, shit, I can't even stream now. I'm gonna have to stream later. So I was like, you know what, let's just do some PGR maybe. We'll do some reacts, and then we'll watch a bit of PGR. I mean, play a bit of PGR. I'm telling you though, I want to pull Caesar in ZZZ Zone Zero. Should we have a look at the agent intel for Caesar, because she looks fine. And now we've pulled Jane Doe, and we actually got a weapon all within the space of like 10 pulls, which was insane. Insane luck. We're going to be trying to stack for Caesar now, which obviously after that good luck means we ain't going to win our 50-50. You know it's going to happen.
Hey, where are you looking? Quit stalling and face me! Let me show you how it's done.
Is this going to be in-game music? I'm interested to see like the kind of switch of music we're going to get in this area, because with them being like the biker gang and it being like the American style area, are we going to get a switch from this kind of like funky, like, you know, dance EDM type music into like some more like, you know, rock metal kind of stuff?
It's nothing. Missed me. Yeah, come on. Halt. One step further. Home is where the head is?
What type of character is she going to be then? Is she going to be like, is she going to be a defense character? Or is she going to be a attack? She looks cool though. She looks cool. Want to pull both now. Caesar and Bernice. Caesar's buffs and shield. Okay, so she's buffing, yeah? Okay, right. And Bernice would enhance my gene even further. Yeah, I definitely want to get Caesar. Bernice does look cool as well though. I didn't even know about their kits and what type of characters they were, if I'm honest. I'm a little bit out of the loop on it all. I'm enjoying getting back into ZZZ at the minute though. It's been nice. I've been having fun with it, to be fair. Game is fun. I do really like ZZZ Zone Zero. It's a good game. Good game. Good game. Should we watch this video from Sticks and then we'll jump onto a PGR?
This right here is exact.
Let's do it. I think it's going to be talking about what we've already spoke about, but let's check it out, see what he's got to say.
This right here is exactly what Wuthering Waves needed, and Kudo have been waiting for the opportune moment to announce it. Now, if this is your first time here,
said this live streams way better in terms of you know, getting out to the community rather than just a post on YouTube or a post on Twitter. It brings the community together. Everybody can be there. Everybody can discuss live, bounce off each other. I think it just gets more hype. And again, Tokyo Game Show coming up a week after the stream. PlayStation launch potentially imminent. Is it going to be a good time to really talk about that? Could be a massive stream, and it's been long enough now that most people have probably forgot about the launch live stream.
Consider subscribing to the channel, hitting the little bell notification. That way you remain up to date with every single thing that I post, and I post daily. Do not miss out at 6 a.m. this morning. Well, the 6 a.m. yesterday.
It's gonna be
morning
noon.
as posting this video.
The stream is GMT. We're gonna stream it. We're gonna react to
Wuthering
it.
Waves version 1.3 Black Shores broadcast will be live on the 20th of September at 4 o'clock Pacific time. Available on our official live stream channel for a duration of 30 minutes. Make sure to join us for the broadcast. Watch live.
Good time, I
on
think, as well. It's
YouTube.
not too long,
You can
not
also
too
catch a
short.
live stream
I think
on
when they
Twitch
stretch
using
it out,
this
it
link.
becomes boring,
There's a
doesn't it?
beautiful image depicting both the male and the female rover. We can clearly
There is
see
no male rover.
the shorekeeper butterflies that are present throughout various stages of the game that accompany the shorekeeper character. Spoiler alert, I guess, for those of you that weren't aware. The female rover, though, and the male rover, though, like every time I see them in official artwork, I just can't help but appreciate how well designed these characters.
Agree. Of course, not interested in the male rover. I'm joking around though when I say that sort of stuff. But I think the female rover design in the game, like in cutscenes, you can't help, like, you know, of course, like in terms of the palette, they're quite mute, aren't they? You know, I'm not saying they're bland, but they're quite like mute. You know, they're not bright, they're not like popping. But like, there's just something about the female rover, man, that every time I see her in cutscenes, I'm just like, damn, she's cute, man. She's like a really cool design.
Are. This is a beautiful depiction, though, of, I guess, a place in the Black Shores. The reason why I'm of the impression that this is the biggest, best thing that Wuthering Waves potentially could have done is because after the overwhelming debacle that the pre-release live stream was, Kudo.
There's part of me thinks that's why we haven't had one for a while. They're like, yeah, let's just go under the radar. We don't want to have to even talk about that. Let's just pretend it never happened, and we'll just get on with things.
Were silent. They chose not to follow up the 1.0 live stream with a 1.1 stream or a 1.2 stream. Many people were critical.
Hopefully this becomes a regular
decision,
occurrence as well now.
Kudo are too afraid to live stream any future patch now because of how horrendously received, how horribly cringeworthy the first one was. And I'm not going to defend it. The first one was horrible. Yeah, there were parts in it that triggered a laugh from me. It was amusing, but generally it was not entertaining. It was not professional at all. Like at every point since.
You don't want too much waffling either. This is why I say that 30 minutes is perfect. You want to just go in, introduce, hey, blah, blah, blah. Thanks to everybody for the game, the support on the game. Let's get into it, and then just start reeling off information, have a little break, drop some codes, little bit of a cutscene or something like that to get the hype up around particular things, and then just go back in and start showing off stuff that's going to be coming in the game, and then maybe drop some Easter eggs of potential stuff in the future. If they want to talk about the PlayStation, bang, done, hype launch, everybody's talking about it.
Wuthering Waves released, Kudos seem to have learned from their mistakes.
They are getting better at marketing.
Evidenced by the fact that they have confirmed the duration of the live stream is only going to be 30 minutes long. This means that they are going to be concise. They are going to condense everything down into a 30-minute presentation. This means there's going to be no fluff. They're going to get right to the point, show us exactly what they want to show us. They're not going to have tons of live guests. They're not going to be doing mini games, doing trivia, eating weird food. No, they're going to get right to what they want to show us, exactly what we need to know. Probably a trailer for 1.3, maybe showcase some of the areas.
I'm totally fine with guests coming in some format, you know, like especially VAs and stuff, but like make it like have context to what's going on. Don't just do things for the sake of things. And even if I'm okay for a celebration live stream as well. That's not necessarily about the game. It's just celebrating the community, celebrating the game, celebrating the people who've worked on the game. I'm cool for that as well. Those should be like few and far between when they hit certain milestones, you know, maybe for particular holidays, whether in China or whatever. And just a little way to give back to the community as well. You know, when they're giving out stuff in the game, they could use those like, right, this stream's going to be about we're giving back to the community and a bunch of codes and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Is some of the lore, some of the characters, maybe hold an event, release information about future events, maybe tease 2.0. This right here is proof, actual undeniable proof that they know what they're doing, that they are learning, that they are progressing as a studio. Now, at the same time, I do think that spreading out the live streams is a good idea. I don't think they need to have a live stream for every major patch. I know people assume that because Hoyo does for their games, every single studio needs to.
Yeah, no, you don't need to copy. I just think more regular updates, streams, you know. It would have been nice to get one, I think, for 1.1, and then I think coming for 1.3. And then I think 2.0 definitely needs a live stream as well.
But that's just not true. They don't need a live stream for every major patch. I actually kind of like reading through the patch notes and then doing a video on it, kind of experiencing it over like an 8 to 12 minute period with all of you. It's easily condensed, it's easy to navigate, and you don't have, you know, 20, 30 minutes, an hour and a half of useless talking that doesn't really contribute anything at all.
Yeah, that Zenly Zone Zero stream kind of annoyed me. The start of the stream was banger, and then we went into like an EDM concert that just went on for like far too long, and then the stream just ended. I sat there watching that for a while in the background. I was like, dude, the tunes are good. I was just like, right, I'm here for game stuff, man. I wasn't here for a fucking live music show. And then it just ended, and I was just like, bruh, I just got jebaited hard.
To what's going on. That isn't to say I would turn down a 30-minute live stream for every major patch, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, or I guess in this instance, they believe 1.3 to be a significant patch, which is why they're doing it. So I don't know, 1.3 and then 2.0, then maybe 2.2 or 2.3 if they deem that significant enough. I don't think they need to have live streams for every major patch. I don't think they need to do what Hoyo does. They've established themselves as their own game, their own company. They need to distance themselves from everything Hoyo is doing. And while this right here should be enough to whet your appetite, they did also make another tweet stating Wuthering Wave's special record, The Shore's End, it's why we're back. This is a 2.5 minute video that they uploaded to their YouTube channel. I saw this on my TV when I was in bed last night, and I was like, dude, I want to watch this so bad. I don't know what it is. For all I know, it could just be a music video, and if that's the case, you're not gonna see it as part of the video that I post, but I'm hoping it's more than that. Before we go any further, let me take a moment here to thank my incredible patrons over on Patreon and my YouTube channel members who allow for me to continue to do dedicated videos like this every single day. You guys are phenomenal, and I can't thank you all enough for the support. Now let's keep talking. What I'm hoping is that this is actually like some kind of teaser or trailer for
we've already
1.3, 1.4.
We've already seen this. It was on Twitter,
2.0 even.
Yeah, we've already saw all this. Okay, all right. I thought we were going to be speaking about something else here, but we know this. Let's just get into PGR, man. Let's play some games. Play some games, boys and girls. Play some games. Football's on at 8 o'clock for me, so we got to do some, okay? We got to do some video games. We got to do some video games. So I just replied to somebody. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. What gacha games you been playing recently, guys? What's your thing that's been you know, like your main one, if you will? You know, have you pivoted a little bit? Is WuWa your thing at the moment? Have you you're waiting on stuff for WuWa? You've kind of done your bits and pieces, getting on for your dailies, but you're playing something else. Is PGR? You know, are you on Zenless a little bit at the minute, getting yourself ready for 1.2 potentially? Have you gone back to Genshin? Natlands just recently dropped. Has that kind of been your bag, clearing through all of that? Are you playing Star Rail, or are you playing one of the other games? Or are you just like, you know, sometimes it's nice to just drop gacha games in general, isn't it? Just go and play someone else, you know what I mean? Just to break free of the cycle, so to speak, if you can. It's hard to do sometimes, but if you can, you know, if you can. Agree with that though, man. The change from male to female rover, it needs to be. Apparently though, that might not be a thing that's coming. Which I don't know why, because it's literally just a skin change, isn't it? You know, it's just switching that over. It doesn't affect anything in the game. Because to me, I think if you chose a male one, you made a bad choice, mate. You know, is what it is. Nah, I like to just mess around. Male characters are cool. I have a male character in Star Rail. Regrets. There were regrets, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Chose him because my head was like, choose male because of immersion. That's what I did in Star Rail. I was like, well, I'm a dude, so you know, like, and then I was like, shit, bro. I feel yeah. I do that in a lot of games where the character creation. I must admit, I think it's the gacha brain starting now. Where, like, in games, I've been choosing female characters, you know, like, say, something like an MMO or like an RPG where there's character creation. I do typically choose a dude because I'm like, you know, I'm a dude. But like I play as a dude. But yeah, like more recently, I've been like, nah, I want to be a sexy girl. Let's go. You know? Okay, so I bought at this shop. The dorm shop. What is it? Which one's it? The dorm coin. Yeah, I bought the Echo and the Kalido. People were saying it's cheaper, innit? It's like 20k for shards outside of it, yeah. Yeah, I think especially in like gacha space, I think there's just a little bit more time, isn't it? Like, Zenless Zone Zero for me is the quintessential example of this. That you've got Wise and Bell. You know, like with the male rover and the female rover, I just mess around. Obviously, the female rover looks cute. But like the male rover is like a good design. But like when you look at like Bell and Wise, like for me, Bell is just, well, obviously it's subjective, but she's just hands down a better character. She seems like more time was taken on her. In her clothes, in her hair, in everything about her, in her animations, everything. Where like Wise just seems really like flat and bland, like as if they just weren't that bothered about him. Like, I love Belle, I do. I think she's a great character. I think that's one thing that Zenless do really well. Is the especially the character emotion in regards to the facial animations. Like it's brilliant. Like some of the cutscenes, it's like you really genuinely feel like, you know, it's almost like I'm watching like a Pixar anime movie kind of thing. Like the animation team smashed it on Zenless, absolutely. In the game as well, but specifically in the cutscenes, like they absolutely killed it. There's one thing you can't deny. You can say a lot of things about Hoyo, but they've got some very talented people working for them in making games, and obviously they've got a lot of money, so they're gonna be able to do that. But there's no denying. But then again, though, Kuro have as well. Kuro have definitely got some incredibly talented people as well. When I was playing Wuthering Waves the other day, I was having some server issues which I've never had in the game. Like when I was doing some stuff, I kept getting like disconnects or like waiting on the server line. I was like, I've never had that before. How many cogs have I got? haven't really kept track of my cash. What have I missed? Actually, you know what? We'll do a couple of pulls on Crimson's weapon, actually. She's adorable. Agree. Great character. Voice acting stopped here in that game as well. Like the directing, everything.
Hi.
Hi. Lovely jubbly. What am I missing? I didn't climb any of them. What the hell am I doing? Right, we need to go after the crates, don't we? Battle mission in the crates. Let's get that 3 away, yeah. Right, cool. Okay, let's have a battle. Let's have a battle. Dust off the cobwebs. Check everybody hanging out though, guys. Appreciate ya. Hey, if you're watching on YouTube as well, drop a like on the stream. It's very much appreciated. What the hell? What's all this, mate? I love that power sense. I just love the power stance, man. Alpha as fuck. Commander, level up. Let's go. We can get that as well. Let's go. Nice. Okay, completed on that. Let's throw down the 6, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks cool. That looks really cool, actually. Oh, have any of you lot watched the trailer for Solo Leveling Season 2? I've yet to watch it yet. I need to check it out. You never watched it? Oh, it's great. It's really good. It is really good. People get recommended it to me and I was like, I will at some point, and then when I check it out I was like, yes. I think Solo Leveling, I keep going to say Solo Leveling always because of the game. Solo Leveling and Kaiju number 8 are like my two favourite anime that I've watched recently, actually. Yeah, I'm reading through it myself at the minute. I've only got the first one, but I might get some more the weekend, actually. I've been starting to pick up some manga again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait a minute. We have to hit the... Okay, let's do that then. Oh, shit. shit. So you can get a 1 maybe? Nice. Let's go. I ain't watched it, you know. I need to get myself some free time to actually sit down and like, I've been going through One Piece. It's the one like massive anime that I've never really watched, but I've actually been watching through it recently. Like I'm only on like episode 40 something, so I've still got like another 1,060 to go, something like that. But I've been watching through that. Oh, he's running. Oh, calm down, calm down. He runs. Like my sister's dog, and he's got a toy. He's like, come on, I'll let you have it, and then runs off. Chase me, chase me. Hey, what's going on, Doomslayer? Burn. Oh shit. Oh, we've done that anyway, yeah. We just got the... Oh, supply crate popped up there. Gutted. We're not going to be able to get round to that, are we? Oh, look, I think Rosie just got back. Good news as well. Car's back, guys. We got the car back. Right, guys. Girlfriend just got back from work. Well, it doesn't matter, does it, what we do, really? Oh, we've got a bonus action. Hopefully we get a 1. Oh, sweet. Oh, okay, that actually gives us... Okay. Alright, cool. Should be able to get the battles done then, yeah. My chair just went down. Am I getting fat? Am I getting fat, man? My chair just collapsed on me. You doing good, Doomslayer? Good, good, good. Oh, that sucks because I can't go. Oh, shit. Just hope we get it 2, yeah. Man. Should have kept the 3 then, really, for the battle, shouldn't I? Bitch tits, bro. Me too. You, bro. External reinforcements. Should get the bonus action, I guess. I'm probably just gonna play a bit of solo today. Do a little some beats and pieces because I ain't gonna be on much longer tonight actually because Man United I'm playing at 8 o'clock and it's 6:30 for me now anyway, and Rosie's just got back from work, so I'm gonna have my tea in a bit anyway. So I was late streaming today because I got my car back from the garage. I didn't walk up to there till probably 3 o'clock-ish, something like that. I'm definitely down for doing some co-op on this game at some point, yeah. For show, for show. Have I got you added, Doomslayer? Did you add me? I think you did, yeah. I mean, dude, I'm miles off getting the podcast sorted. I need to get on it. Slacking. I might do some of my dailies and stuff and try and get some bits and pieces on WuWa while I'm watching the football, maybe. Depends if I watch it as well. I'll give you the idea in a bit. You never max out before you know what happens. You get a little message that says go and touch grass. I think she looks so cool, man. She really does. I really like her. The new player, you got the hang of Alpha. Yeah, she's fun. She's fun. Like, don't get me wrong, I've still got lots to learn about this game, like, in regards to the nuances of the combat and characters, should I say. But, yeah, I'm enjoying it, man. I really am enjoying it. That's what it is the 4, yeah. I guess it's probably out coming over from WuWa, really. I'm gonna get that crate, though, am I, dudes? Oh, really? Done me dirty, dude. Done me straight dirty. Done me 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 dirty. Done in 2 crates. Yeah, she's really fun to use as well, actually. Really fun to use. Oh, what's this mail? Ooh, a bit of serum. Cross-check request assist reward. Dear June, you have completed the cross-check mission in this week's Operation Guardian. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Appreciate ya. Appreciate ya. It's just that ice cream thing, isn't it? I've started building our character set a little bit more now, like, you know, looking at the memory stuff and that. Learning the crack with everything. I don't know what it is now when I'm streaming. Obviously, I know what it is. It's because I'm stupid. Like, it takes me a little bit extra time to get, like, not so much my grasp around the mechanics within the game, but the actual, like, systems and subsystems of a game when I'm streaming. I just struggle to digest information at the same time as streaming. I don't know why. It's a real thing. It's a real thing, guys. Alright. Let's do some weapon pulls, actually. So we want to get a weapon, don't we? I'm looking at now. Hold up, Rosie's phoning me. Sorry about that. Yeah, what am I looking at here now? Oh shit, no, I don't know that. In base, is it? Yeah, there we go. Target weapon, yeah. Cool. Still having my CW, need to enhance their memories. Running with a dark team. I used to think you got purple battle pass weapons because it's really vague on how to get those, but after 2 hours of Googling, I realised you have to pay. Yeah. It is kind of shady how it does that. I think they do that on purpose so you get to the end if you're a free-to-play player thinking I'm getting those, and you kind of got your eyes on them, your heart set on them, and then you're like, fuck, and then it's just like, well, if I just spend a tenner now, I'll get it, like, you know, so... And 20 of the Black Rock shoot, Clabber, hope you're ready. When I see PG, I need to start having a look. I need to start, like, you need to let me know about some YouTubers or something that I can react to, some content or channels that I can go to, where to go to look for the PGR info. You know? Pip loves the little Debbie lard cakes. Save up, don't spend, why? We only got 10,000 steps in today when I walked fucking to Tipton. Grey Raven Radion. Grey Raven Radio. Got to my sub. Check it out. Yeah, man, I'll check that out. Thank you. Yeah, I need to know the peeps in the community, you know what I mean? Obviously being new, I don't really know because you know me, guys, I'm creatively void. I have to watch other people's stuff. Forever Winter's not in a good state. Oh, that sucks. That was a game that we was really looking forward to. Pardon me. Yeah, what are you saying? Don't spend. Why shouldn't we spend? I do want to pull for this weapon, though. Might as well just chip away at it, yeah? No? Is there a reason for not? Do I not know about some hidden pity that if I spend on like 10 pulls or something, I'm more likely to get something happen? It's the crack. I want to get a weapon. Oh, you know, have any of you guys played AFK Journey yet? What's it saying? Because I've got it installed. I was going to stream it today, but then I thought I think I'll play it tomorrow. Spider 2B dropped a sub. Nice one, appreciate ya. Spending all like fuck it, be dead ass broke. Yeah, somebody said the other day as well with this game, you try not to get into the typical mindset of you're pulling like you do in other gacha games. Play co-op mode to get 5-star weapon for free. Well, get this weapon. Used to play but dropped AFK. Yeah, I'm curious about checking it out. I never played AFK Arena. Or like I saw somebody like making some videos on AFK Journey. I was like, dude, this game kind of looks pretty, man. I'm here for it, you know what I mean? Arcade anima. Looks cool. Okay, I think most of this is story stuff, yeah, with a little bit of combat, yeah. Just carry on with the. Let's carry on with the main bit for a bit, shall we? Yeah, let's do that. Do a little bit, may as well, because again, we haven't got much time today, really. We ain't got much time. So let's crack on a little bit with the story. From the records of the Corrupted's memory shell, there's an individual named Gabriel ordering them to research mind technology. We met Gabriel, didn't we, in that little, the story of what happened to Lucia. Gabriel, from the info I have, there are several Ascendant members, and this Gabriel person, he might be one of them. That's possible, but we don't have any more info for now. At least for now, mind technology still seems to be impenetrable to the Corrupted here. The special properties of the consciousness make it so that the longer it is stored within a container, the more it deteriorates. Jeez. What these Corrupted can only do is plunder and find new consciousness and connect them into these projection devices, then creating a virtual mind to display in real space with this roundabout way to observe and research it. Lee, can consciousness be copied? Why would you ask this of all questions? From what I know, consciousness processing is much more difficult than it looks on paper. Only the top researchers in the Science Council have the prowess to fiddle with consciousness. But there have been cases of consciousness copying in Babylonia's database. Any form of consciousness meddling has been strictly forbidden by humanity. So who do these imprisoned consciousness belong to? Oh God, man, I think I'm French or something, man, and my early memory was wiped because English doesn't appear to be my first language. Do you still not get it? It's obviously the Forsakens. I think I've already kind of started to learn it because we did that little like backstory with her, you know, what happened to her with her and her sister and everything. Commencing capture of next target. Come on, don't damage its memory shell. Haha, as long as I don't hit him directly, he'll be fine. Keep saying it. Power stance is epic though, bro. Dude, that look like some fucking Dragon Ball Z shit then. What the hell? Done. Over to you, Lee. Found it. The consciousness of a trap forsaken from not long ago. Put it onto the projector. It's okay, Pix. Words are hard. What's an Abby? We keep losing comrades. We don't have any other choice. We're only able to reach this place because of their sacrifices, so we can't let them down. I know. Onwards, toward the central consciousness container. We're counting on you, Liv. Liv? At this moment, the surrounding scenery begins to tremble relentlessly. Boom. The walls open. Whoa, the sun's pretty bright. It's a friendly signal. Did support come? Ahoy! It's you. I'm not you. I'm Nanami. Nanami. Why are you here? Nanami's done taking a walk inside, so I'm out here for a nice breath of fresh air. Should Nanami not be here? Why is Nanami talking in the third person? No, I didn't mean it like that. Nanami wants to see more minds too. Everyone's minds. Aha, you can only see it if you stick your consciousness inside these devices. Aha. Then let's stick it right in, brother. Alright, okay. Wait, what are you trying to do? She wants you to stick it in, dude. Let me see. Let's go on a virtuous 3D. Sean and I mean the mind you'll regret. That's when you go from being ultra confident in it, especially, you know, around a girl, you're more like, and then she's like, go on man, let me see. And you're like, well, no. It's kind of cold, actually. I'm not feeling very well. Sean and I'm in the mind or you'll regret it. Whoa-pow. Such strength, not even a scratch. This is boring. Nami's had enough. Do I have a Discord? I do. I do have a Discord. I can't remember if it's exclamation mark Discord now or hashtag Discord, and Nightbot should give you a link. Are you planning to keep pestering us? Nanami doesn't want to answer you. Which team do you belong to? Under whose commands? As if Namani would do something as boring as joining a team. Did we just become best friends? Yep! Edgy.
Doomslayer _1_ Freeblade followed your channel.
At least we're all constructs from Babylonia, so... Ah, your colours. Cute too. And fiery. And cool. Nanami will allow you to be friends with Nanami. I can't understand her. Wait, you just said cute too? Nanami, did you see? The cute constructs? Yep, the one I saw last time. Very cute. Pink. That's Liv. Can you tell us where you last saw her? Be friends with Nanami and I'll tell you. Nanami still doesn't know your name. I'm Lucia. I'm not sure if I can do it, but I'll try to be a good friend. Okay, let Nanami try to remember him. Please, she's our friend and we really want to find her. Please, Nanami. I remember, just now, over there. Go find her then. Remember to let me see your mind next time. That's all good, Doomslayer. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. With the route she gave us, we should be able to find our way. Let's continue onwards. The scenery is changing. What's it gonna turn into next? This looks kind of cool. Another virtual mind of one of the Forsaken. Should be somewhere deeply trusted by what? Should be someone deeply trusted by Watanabe. Man, I hope we get a global release of Guilong Chao as well. That game looks fire. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that. This place looks quite oriental. It takes me back. I need to get that Perisance as a wallpaper on my PC, man. Looks so freaking cool. I don't really need to do that, but whatever. Alright, boys. Hey. Not cool. Shit, I keep getting caught by that. What am I doing? Dude, I got beat. We won't talk about that. We'll just gonna carry on. Never happened. Pretend it, you know. Just forget about it. She didn't die. She didn't get knocked out. This is the last mind space. The next stop will be the central consciousness container. Where's the exit? Lee aims his gun and shoots at the Tori. The Tori? Hype for the upcoming event for the next character. You're gonna make my new fire DPS. Yeah, I've got to start like seeing this because like I'm new to the game. I've only just started playing, so I've got to start looking into the upcoming content and like what's coming to the game. I've got no clues of because I'm like mainly a WuWa player. Yeah, I'm getting into it, but I'm really enjoying the game so far. The bullet shoots past the rolls of Tori and hits the projector hidden within. The scenery is starting to twist. After a short while of darkness, Grey Raven? Yeah, bitch. Watanabe. Lives over there. What did you do to her? Get away from her, you bitch! Oh, shit. Got your phone. My bad. Oh, that's me. We don't want to hear me again. CN servers a year. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Interesting. That's cool then. You've really got a good roadmap, really, ain't you? Come in. Watanabe and the Forsaken stand silently in the darkness. Liv stands behind them with her eyes closed, as still as a rock. First time I thought Watanabe, dude is fast. Numerous cables were extending from Liv's inner device, connecting her to the central consciousness container. Watanabe, I need an explanation. She connected herself to the central consciousness container and rescued all consciousness of my people within it. But she herself didn't manage to escape. We tried, but without technology, we couldn't connect to her mind to save her. Did you force her to do so? Lucia, this hardly matters right now. Come on, keep an eye out. Don't let anyone escape before we're finished. You got it. Only we, the Grey Ravens, can save Liv now. Commandant, we'll need your help. Let's go save Liv. Activate Mind Beacon. Mind Beacon output activity has been configured to max. Initializing consciousness link module. Consciousness link protocol sent. Syncing constructs 1 of 3. Syncing constructs 2 of 3. Syncing constructs 3 of 3. Target version number BPN08. There's an arrow next to the mission and start button I've never seen before. I don't know. What's this, a freaking engine from ZZZ? We're in Liv's mind. She already showing signs of the punishing virus. That Watanabe, you best get her ready for a beating after this. Liv. I've got to stop with watch it sometimes. Shit, I put myself in bad positions. But having a dude, I keep diving into that. Having a like dodging too often when I don't need to. It's like the ZZZ WuWa player coming out of me. Dude, that red dot was on his head then. I'm taking a lot of damage here. Oh shit, dude. Yeah, I am. All my days, I'm taking a lot of damage, boys. You're coming up with that Kamehameha wave, bro. Like, chill out. Holy shit, dude. Calm down now. Calm down now. The Doom Ball. The ball of pain. That did bitch slap me a little bit then. That did actually. Did actually bitch slap me. We are like 600 BP behind, but still. Oh yeah, the ID, my bad. I'll back out of this after this one so you can get it. It's such a well-made piece of intrusion countermeasure. So this is what Liv's mind looks like. To be exact, it's the mind once placed in a central memory vessel. Liv, she's over there. Lucia, wait, Liv doesn't seem right. What do you mean? She's with those embodiments of the punishing virus. You mean she's corrupted? Corruption status would directly reflect in the environment of the mind. From what we can tell here, the corruption should still be far below Liv's barrier threshold. I think Liv might have lost in the battle with the central container and become imprisoned within it. So this isn't really Liv, but a pseudo-consciousness of her. Yes, if we eliminate this pseudo-consciousness, Liv should have a chance to return. So we'll have to attack her. We're gonna fight Liv to fight for Liv. Okay. Don't hold back, Lucia. We might not get another chance. Very well. She's so anime, man. You know? It's like peak cinema. Hold on, I'm coming right. Show me going. You want this way? Boys, live.
宿命の風は私が断ち切る。全力で私も行けます。
She didn't put up much of a fight.
次に向かうわよ。
Also, can I post on Discord my gameplay? I want to show you a bit of... Yeah, man, yeah. If you ever want to share anything from your YouTube channel as well, I think I've got a... I don't know if it's still there. There should be a specific channel as well. Like, if you ever want to, like, you know, upload content yourself as well, man. Put it out. I think it's... Let me just double check. I think it's in stream sharing, yeah. So if you ever want to post, like, your videos, and if you're ever going live yourself, you can stick it in here if you guys want to. You know, people might be interested to check it out as well. Life once again graces Liv's face. Liv? Oh, Lucia. You're okay. I was so worried. I'm sorry that we couldn't protect you. Lucia. Too tight. Oh, sorry. Oh, Liv's back. Let's go. She's too precious? Lucia. Lee. Commandant. I'm worried about you all too. Glad everything's alright. Let's leave the mines. Yep. This piece of music slaps as well. You're back. Long time no see, Liv. They were pretty good just now. Nothing suspicious. Watanabe? Lee clenches his fists and walks forward. Wait. Lee wants to kick the shit out of him, doesn't he? I finished the mission for you, Watanabe. Please hold your promise. Liv, thanks to your selflessness and courage, we're able to reunite with the imprisoned Forsaken. Apologies for putting you in danger, Grey Raven. In the future, we'll assist Grey Raven to the best of our ability whenever you are operating in the area. Hey, let's go. On the condition that this applies only to Grey Raven and that you will not threaten us, Forsaken. Tanabe? The Forsaken and Babylonia? Lucia, my answer is no, but open to discussion. If you don't have any objection, we can send you a base that's actually safe. Send you to a base. There you can also stock up as you please or choose to leave. The mint this time won't have anything fishy in it. Oh yeah, he gave us that mint before they retracted the corrupted, yeah. Hey. What have I got left to do? Been hidden or something. Oh, I didn't get. Oh, we got a couple here where we only got 2 stars. Oh, and here as well. Oh, not good, not good. We're gonna have to go back and do those. Here you go. Here's my ID. I'll put it in chat for you if you want it. Oh shit. Was it 2509? 2468. 2509 2468. Yeah, it does. The music does slap in this game actually. I watched a video the other day. I found one of the original tunes that was in Wuthering Waves that for some reason isn't in the game now, and that's a banger. I hope it gets introduced into the game at some point. But yeah, that's my ID in chat, guys. If you want to add me, you're more than welcome to. More than welcome to. Gotcha. Alright, 7 o'clock. I am gonna call it there, guys. I would like to have gone a little bit longer today. It's a bit of a shorter stream, or I couldn't get on earlier because obviously I had to go and get the car. And Man United are playing tonight, and I've got to watch the football you can't add. Why? Yeah, I'm gonna have to call it, guys. Football's on. I want to go and watch Man United. I appreciate everybody coming through today. All the new people, all the usual faces, guys. Appreciate ya. Quick little obligatory plug as well. Pinned comment on the Twitch chat and on the YouTube chat. I uploaded a video today, guys. Check it out. You can check out my YouTube channel as well. Let me know what you think of the content. I'll hopefully have a video up tomorrow as well. We've got one talking about the state of Star Rail, one talking about potential disappointments with solo leveling the Rise, and we've got a bunch of videos ready to go up, actually. So, yeah. Before you go, look at the friend conversation. What am I looking at? Yeah, guys, appreciate you, man. If I don't see you tomorrow, have an amazing rest of your day today, and have a great day tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to be back to the normal schedule, because I'm back to the gym, and I'll probably live around about noon GMT till about 4:30 PM, and then we'll get the evening streams out where we can. I'm not 100% sure what we're playing tomorrow. It's either going to be PGR, it's either going to be ZZZ, Wuthering Waves, or maybe we might start AFK Journey, because I'm just curious. I kind of want to check it out, but I don't know whether to have that as an evening stream. We'll see. Anyway, guys, love me faces.
We just become best friends? Yep!
N_Virtuous Treaty followed your channel.
Virtuous Tree, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate ya. I'll see you all later anyway, guys, okay? Love your faces. Ta-ra.
Through this haze, the wolf sees transformation form. Through her light, it finds the strength to fight.